All right, hello, and welcome to Monsters and Madness. This is our 38th session here today, and we are rocking a reduced crew. We've got Varric, Milo, Johnny Grimm, and Breck Deep Delver here for our session here in Amon, where last time we ended with a little bit of things up in the air for Ekamos and Grimm, having traveled to Ekamos' childhood home. Before we do a full recap, though, a little bit of housekeeping at the top of the session. Music. We use music from a couple different places. One of those places is filmmusic.io. Any song that we use from filmmusic.io has information down in the panels. You can check out the links and information there. You can listen to the music for yourself, license music for yourself, or check out other music they have. We also use music from the official Critical Role soundtracks. The generous folks at Critical Role let other streamers use their albums, and so we do because it's good stuff. Check out the information down in the panels for that as well. Now, back to Amon. Bastion's Watch arrived in Iman just earlier in the day, and after meeting with a member of the Arcana Pansophical, the group decided to then go to get a little bit of shopping done in Iman, and then head from there to meet their League of Miracles contact, Honor Kinabari, who escorted the group to the Hall of Miracles here in Iman. And from there, Ekamos and Grimm decided to head out and go check out Ekamos' past, Ekamos' history. He was looking for his home, the place where he grew up in Iman. And after Ekamos following a sound down into a basement area of his old house, a house completely abandoned, which was odd for the area. Everything seemed to have been reclaimed and used if it was available. But this abandoned house, after going down into the basement and breaking through a small portion of the wall that was masoned a little bit differently than the rest of it, a small room covered with smooth stone was found. And as Ekamos entered in with Grimm behind him, Ekamos began to see similar things from visions of his past along the walls, arcane glyphs and circles floating around the room, creating some kind of structure to the magic that was running through here. And as the dripping continued for Ekamos, the blood began to pool into small, then larger creatures of some sort. And although Grimm cannot hear the dripping, you also start to see some of those creatures begin to take shape. Before we go to Grimm and how that resolves, I want to check in Breck, Milo, and Varric. Okay, we're gonna go to Grimm because we just lost Varric. So let's start with Grimm after all. And just to set the stage for this one, we're rolling with the punches today. We've got a lot of things going on, so this may be a little bit of a reduced session. This may just kind of be the next little bit here, but to anybody watching the stream or checking out the VOD afterwards, we're doing what we can on this one. So I'm going to change the vibe here, and we're going to go to Johnny Grimm. Oh, there we go. We got Varric back, but I'm going to still go over to Johnny Grimm just in case so we can iron things out here. So let me get to the right. Here we go. All right. So Grimm, you as you start to see these figures be created out of the blood that is pulling on the floor, you also see a stream moving behind you to the small entrance into this room. And it begins to kind of create a barrier, a door, not like a physical door with a handle, but just something that would need to be passed through to exit the room. And as you look from that barrier back to Ekamos, you see him turn around, and his golden mask has turned a crimson golden red. And he opens his mouth and begins to speak, and you recognize Ekamos' voice but overlaid on top of it, a female voice that you do not recognize speaking along with him as it says, "Thank you for returning my anchor home." And as this is happening, the creatures are growing larger and larger. I'm going to give you this question one time before we start rolling dice. What are you doing here in this moment, Grim?
God, this is not right.
Why don't we do this? Why don't I give you a view of what you see in this small room?
Okay. If you're giving me one thing to do, it's definitely cry. Like 100%.
Just a small room, smooth stone, and you start to see glowing red beneath Ekimos's feet.
And his voice and a woman's voice said, "Thank you for bringing him back to me." And now I see these weirdo blood demons coming out of the ground.
Specifically, the voice says, "Thank you for bringing my anchor home."
Do I see anything on Ekimos like exhibiting the same like aura as whatever he's standing on? Like anything he's wearing, anything he's holding, stuff like that?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception is 15.
A 15. Okay. So you can see that this energy that's starting to glow on the floor also seems to be wisping up and spiraling around Ekimos's feet. Whatever it is seems definitely tied to him magically. They seem interconnected.
I am going to move not right in front of him, but like maybe like 10 feet in front of him.
Okay.
Just gonna look at him. I'm gonna say, Ekmos, I don't know what's going on here, but I need you to tell me what to do. What am I doing here? What do we do?
Okay. The voice responds, "Your blood can further fuel our magics." And I need you to roll initiative for me. However, know that with a 15, you beat the DC to realize this was happening as you walked up. Your necklace begins spinning faster.
What in the world?
And I need you to roll initiative for me.
Okay, well, I guess what I will do is I will activate my boots of the vigilant as this is happening, so I can add a 1d8 to my initiative roll.
Smart. And one thing I wanted to point out, I have a physical door that's on the map. That's not there, actually. The door is glued in, so I can remove that piece.
Gotcha. For initiative, I rolled a 26.
26, pretty good. Okay. Then with that, you will begin an initiative. What would you like to do for your first turn?
They want my blood. They want my blood. Okay. I have absolutely no. We didn't take anything with us to communicate, right, Milo? I think that was like a point of. Did we take like?
I don't think you guys had a pair.
Actually, somebody has blot on their body.
I can't remember if that was me or if that was Ekimos that had him, but I know we had made a point because there was no way for us to communicate other than that because we had thought Blot or Beelzebub might.
I would be willing to allow it to be on Grim because Ekimos has Beelzebub as a familiar around.
Right.
So unless you guys remember differently, I'm fine to allow Blot being on Grim.
I mean, it does make sense. So
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Okay. I will.
So he'd be tattooed on your body somewhere.
Okay. I will tell Blot. Blot, I think I'm about to do something really stupid, but I need you to tell Milo exactly where I am and exactly what's going on, and keep telling him everything you're seeing right now. Like anything you see, okay?
You look down where the tattoo is for Blot, and he kind of scrawls out very quickly, moving across your arm, the words "have to leave to tell."
Okay, go.
Okay. He shoots towards the door. Milo, I need you to roll me an Arcana check on Blot's behalf here in this moment. And you can use your stats for the sake of this. That's fine.
That's going to be a 10.
A 10. Okay, and that's with the mod.
Yeah, that's with my mod.
Okay. Then Milo, roll me a Constitution saving throw for Blot.
+2. It's another 10.
Another 10. Okay.
Would just off the chance, does he get a stealth roll by chance? Just because he is like that's kind of his thing. But
I would. That's fine. I would say so. For the sake of this, though, it's not going to matter much.
oh, okay, then never mind. Yeah.
Blot moves to the door and goes to pass through the barrier. And as he passes through the barrier, you see a puff that looks like a black ink turning to smoke as Blot takes, let's see, 18 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, well. So he gets 18, or I can roll the d4s. Should I roll the d4s, or just... He's probably dead.
The d4s?
Well, so he has 18 points, or I can roll 4d4 plus 8.
Oh,
like
I see.
It depends on what we're
I'll let you
going
roll.
by.
That's fine. I'll let you roll.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be better than the 18. So, but
Oh, no.
So 4d4s plus 8. That's going to be 15, 23.
It is 23. Okay,
23.
That's an important
Nice.
roll then. Okay, so instead of turning into a puff of smoke, you see Blot reduce the amount of like mass he has, but is still going and starts darting out and then hits the ground and starts slithering across in his little inky form. Blot has made it out now at this point. So, Grim, that for you, just a free action to do to tell that to Blot and have him go on his way.
Okay. So then I will look up to Ekamos, and I assume to whatever is taking control of him. And I'll say, well, I'm not going to let you take him without putting up a fight. Whatever that looks like. And I will step one step closer to Ekamos, and I'll say, like right at him, I'll tell him, Ekamos, I still don't know what's happening, but no matter what happens, I'm here with you and I'm here for you. Just tell me what you want me to do.
Roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Okay, so I rolled a 17 and a 16 plus persuasion. That's an 18 total.
An 18. Okay. With an 18, for just a moment, you hear Ekamos' voice break through on its own, saying, I can't keep her out, Grim. And that's it. And it kind of goes back. And after that, the voice continues with her voice overlaid. Then we shall make your sacrifice worthy. And I would call the persuasion check your action on this. So at this point, you'd have a bonus action left.
You said I just see like the runes on the floor, right, or whatever is on the floor, kind of floating up.
You didn't see the same things that he did of the kind of arcane circles and glyphs rotating around the room.
Right. With a bonus action. God, I don't think I really have anything. Do I mean, with the, I guess using the same perception check from before, do I see him like standing on like any loose stone or something that like activated anything, or
no, no, it's kind of just flat, and it is the blood trails have created the symbols underneath him, and the magic, the kind of the arcane glow has been spinning upwards towards his feet.
And then you said the necklace is starting to rotate faster, right?
Yes, your necklace is rotating faster.
Okay. I'll step even closer to
Okay, so you'll be 5 feet away from him then.
Now I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna look him right in the face, and I'm gonna tell him, I can only imagine what's going in your head, and I know she's powerful, but I've seen the things that you can do, and you've told me the things that you've been through, and I think you're pretty damn powerful too. So show me how powerful you really are, and show her too.
Okay. In just Ekimos' voice, he says, "I'm sorry, Grim." And it's going to be his turn next. And he's going to use his action and his bonus action with his new bracers to throw 4 Eldritch Blast bolts your way. Let's see what his modifier is here. Dirty 20 for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
25 for the second one.
Mm-hmm.
14 for the third one.
Yes.
And 18 for the last one.
I will have them use a luck point for that last one. Since
the last one. Okay. And that's a reroll on that?
Yep.
Okay. So that takes it down to a 16.
Okay, so 2 hits, 2 misses.
Okay. So then you're going to take...
And then I'll just uncanny dodge the first hit.
Okay, so the first one is going to be 10 points of force. So that's down to 5. Mm-hmm. The second one is going to be 6 points of force. So you take 11 force total.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's his action and bonus action. He's going to stay where he is, and you see his eyes are blood red. That is going to be the end of his turn. The 3 blood elementals are going to go next. This one is going to move behind you. It's going to make its blood flare attack. That's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Nine points of necrotic damage.
Oh, yep.
Actually, and that one gets advantage for flanking, so I'm going to make sure it's not a crit. Okay, so it's not a crit. This one's going to move up and do the same with advantage. Double. That one's just a 10 to hit, even with advantage.
Miss.
Okay, and then the final one, they're within 30, and they are going to do a blood bolt at you. Stay over there. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, that is going to be the end of their turns. It is your turn next. What are you doing?
I feel like it's staring me right in the face, and I just don't know what to do.
And I'm going to change up the vibe now that we've gone through the first round here. Ekamos has not relented in the face of your pleas towards him.
Yep. Okay, well, I guess we can only do so much. Golly, what do I do? I guess I will. I don't even really have anything that'll help either.
While you're thinking about your turn here, let's do this. Milo, why don't you roll me a dexterity check for Blot? It's going to kind of determine how fast he can reach you guys. And then Breck and Varric, I'd also like both of you to roll me religion checks.
Religion?
Yes.
A 9.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I rolled a natural 20 for
Okay.
a 26.
Okay. So with your 26, I would say with that, you begin to feel a magical emanation, kind of a buzzing emanation coming from your seal, Dawnfather's Grace. And get because you are now kind of devoted in a way to a different deity, you don't have the same connection, but you do feel that warmth and tug from the Dawnfather that is almost in a way alerting you to danger that is coming around soon.
Okay. Feeling that, then I will gather the boys and say something's not right. The item that Vasadi gave me for our spooky friend is tingling. I follow wherever.
Okay, and Milo, how was that dexterity check, and what do you do hearing that as well?
Sorry, gentlemen. I stepped away for a second.
A dexterity check for Blot to see how fast he's moving towards you guys.
Gotcha.
And then after Varric says something's going on, something's kind of not right with Ekamos, what would you do in response to that?
All right, so dexterity.
Same question for you, Breck, if you do anything to respond to that.
It's going to be another 10 for dexterity.
Okay, so kind of middle of the road.
They left to go check on Ekimos's home, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And based on what little stuff he's told us about that, it's probably not a good look.
Hearing that something wasn't right, then Milo would probably check in with Blot.
You see Blot quickly moving in a direction that seems to be moving through the streets at a fast pace. Go ahead and roll me survival check with advantage because you've been doing some navigational work.
My survival, right? Not Milo's. Or
Correct.
I mean,
yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're interpreting what you're seeing.
15.
15. Okay, you'd pick up that Blot is kind of returning to you guys based on what you know of where this was at.
Kind of getting that sense of urgency from him and why he's moving so fast. I would question him as to why he's doing what he's doing.
I don't think you can communicate over 120 feet.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
That's why he had to move in order to come let you know. So you can see through the eyes beyond that, but you cannot communicate beyond that.
Yeah, something's definitely up. Can I tell where he is?
I would say with a 15, you can tell that he is at the edge of the the outwall or
Okay,
the
so and
slums.
Blot seems to be racing back to us right now, so I'm kind of thinking maybe we should go meet him. If you're feeling like something's wrong, this definitely looks like something's wrong, man.
Couple things going on, so we should probably make a move.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, man, lead the way.
The three of you look around. Alivor, nowhere to be seen when you guys were looking for him.
Of course.
He's gone. He has pulled an exit, and you have no idea where he is at this point.
You know, man, I want to trust him so bad, but he just makes it so difficult.
Okay, so the three of you head off. Then we'll hop back in here for Grim. What are you doing, Grim?
I will look at. I'll still look at Ekamos even after getting hit by all of them, and I'll just say, well, before you kill me, just tell me this. How does my life help him? How does that make him more stronger? Like, what is the end goal here? Because kind of outnumbered here. I don't think I'm going to make it out of here. Might as well know what's going to meet my demise. Or I guess asking the entity itself.
Go ahead and roll another persuasion check.
Just flat roll?
Just flat roll here.
17.
Okay. The voice says back to you, your life will mean nothing. Your blood will give us power. And it cuts off there, and Ekamos pleadingly says, Grim, please run. And snaps back to her.
And it's just like this weird blood circle coming out of the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now I am standing in a blood circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I just don't know what else to do. So we're going to do one dumb thing, and then we'll see how that works. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to be like, okay. And I'll sheathe my dagger. I'll put away my weapons. And I will bum rush Ekamos and literally tackle him off this blood circle thing and try and push him as far away to the back wall as I can.
Okay, so for that, are you trying to more like wrap him up and grapple him or shove him away from the circle?
I'm just trying to shove him away from the circle.
Shove him away from the circle. All right, so that's very interesting here. Let me see. So for that, let's see. You can. So you did do a persuasion check here, but I'll go ahead and let you use your bonus action for the persuasion check and your action to shove.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
That is a 18 total.
An 18. That's pretty damn good. Okay, got it. And this is going to be... Ekamos isn't very strong, but he can do acrobatics. Okay. So you are able to push Ekamos back. The shove action moves it back 5 feet. So he will be here at the edge of the circle currently. I guess I should move you up unless you want to move up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, got it. So you've got bonus action and action used. And you have pushed him almost off of the circle.
Perfect. I guess this is a good time as any. I will then use an action surge.
Oh, interesting. Okay, go ahead and roll me. I'm gonna give you the second one at advantage because you've already got him kind of pushed off a little bit.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'm just going to do the same thing. Action surge, use another action to try and push him off the circle.
And you can roll this one at advantage, yeah.
Okay. Well, the first roll was way better. So 15 for the second roll.
A 15 for the second. Okay. So with that, you push him off of the edge of the circle. And you see the magic no longer moving up his legs, but his mask is still that crimson gold. So he's still under something, but he's no longer in that circle. I would say with that, you look, and in particular, the barrier on the small little doorway seems to drop in intensity.
Okay, well, that's my turn.
Okay, got it. All right, so next it is going to be Ekimos's turn again. He is
just for the rest of my movement, can I just move right in front of him again, just so I can at least block his path or anything?
Yeah, absolutely.
Move around.
Is going to raise his hand with the crimson and red mask beginning to, the crimson and red mask beginning to glow even brighter. And he is going to use a 4th level inflict wounds on you.
Whoa.
It's going to be a 21 to hit.
I guess I'll just use another luck point and see if that burns.
Yeah,
see if it's any lower. So
that's actually higher this time. 27 this time.
Well, that's even better. Awesome. Okay.
All right. So that is going to be 27 points of necrotic damage coming your way.
Am I able to uncanny dodge this?
I think it's once per round.
You can see hits you with an attack. You use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that fits. So half of that then would be 13 rounded down. So 13 necrotic.
Okay. Got it.
But that is using it for this round. So these two are going to move up on you. And they're going to make their blood flare attacks at advantage here. First one is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
All right. That's going to be 6 points of necrotic damage. Second one, that one's only a 9 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, and then the third one's going to move up and block you a little bit more, and it's going to use its blood bolt. Not at advantage. That one is a dirty 20 also to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, so that one is looking at 7 points of necrotic damage.
Oof, okay.
All right. Giving an opportunity for the group here. You guys start to run through the Hall of Miracles. As you begin heading that direction, you do see that Honor is coming back into the Hall of Miracles at this point. You guys have been there for a little while. I would say probably about an hour and a half. And you do see her entering into the Hall of Miracles as you guys are leaving. What is your guys' plan here? You just dip in as quick as you can towards the outwall?
That was the plan, yeah. I was going to say, man, I was going to cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Oh, okay.
And then I was going to ask Milo if he could cast Haste on me.
I can, but depending how far we are, it might not make a difference.
I mean, I saw Ekimos make 2 stops on our way here while we were walking around shopping. So I figure we got a 50-50 shot, right?
I mean, that's true.
I
feel like
I was
Can
gonna say,
I
I
narrow
think you
it down?
guys saw him. I think you guys saw him stop at one of the shops on the way to Gilmore's. But I don't think you guys saw him stop at a place for his house. He was looking out from the deck of the ship, kind of remembering where he was trying to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do I feel like a tug from the Dawnfather's item?
With a 26, I would say you feel a tug towards the outwall, which you guys are in the Cloud Top district right now. So it would be east to the shopping district and north to the outwall, and you feel the tug north.
Okay, then I will just tell everybody that and then try to push in that direction as fast as possible.
Let's follow that.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Could
So-
if Breck is using Expeditious Retreat, could I just give it to him?
Oh, to
he
give
can
the artifact to him?
Yeah.
I would say so. That would work out. It's not an attuned item, so I think that would work out.
Okay. I will do that so he can get there quicker.
Okay, got it. Do you give him a breakdown of what it does before you hand it off?
Yes.
Okay, then Breck, what? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, were you about to describe it?
No, I was just going to tell him to add it to his inventory.
Okay.
Just gives me a little tingle. Ooh.
It's more than that.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd love to hear, actually. How would you describe that, Varric?
Well, obviously I tried to do it as quickly as possible, but basically tell him that Vasadi gave me this item. It's called the Dawnfather's Grace. Basically, it can only be used on Ekamos while he's wearing his mask. Basically, what Josh has been saying is gives a kind of connection to him, and then you can use you have 2 charges of Hold Person on it that can be used on him.
Ooh. What's the item called?
Dawnfather's Grace.
Grace.
Yeah.
Do you guys hear that noise anymore, by the way?
No, it's
I
gone.
don't.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, well then...
Milo will
we'll-
be continually
Sorry.
trying to ping into Blot
Okay,
on the way closer.
just seeing where. I would say at this point you would see Blot's still in the outwall area. He has not made it to the wall yet. It is not a super small distance to where you guys are at. I believe I described when Ekamos and Grim were just like doing a casual walk there. It took about 40 minutes. So it's not a short distance, but with you guys, especially using some spells here, that will help affect how long it's going to take. With that, Grim, we are back to you here. Top of initiative for you. What are you doing?
So I'm in a little bit of a pickle here. Obviously, in the spirit of honest gaming, my next plan was to genuinely take off his mask, seeing as it's turned colors and I don't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
But since I don't want to metagame this, so I feel like that's probably the only thing I really have from like a game perspective to like piece anything together. Be like, well, maybe if I take off his mask, he'll snap out of it, just because it changed colors and everything.
Sure.
But I feel like that's going to cause a real big wrinkle for everything going forward. So I'm going to do it because I want to, but just
Okay.
feel like that's the only thing I got.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me. Let's call this. I'll let you choose athletics or sleight of hand if you're trying to force your hand in, or if you're trying to reach in quickly to grab it off of him. It's going to be against Ekamos' armor class overall.
Okay. I'll probably do.
And I want to see what I'm working with here. Yeah, I'm gonna roll it like if you can hit his armor class, you can grab his mask off of him, like you'd be able to hit him, and then we will go from there on what happens at that point.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll me either sleight of hand or athletics, and the DC is going to be 16, which is Ekamos' armor class.
Gotcha. 21.
21. Okay. You reach up, and as you touch the mask, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oof. That is a 17.
A 17. That is good. That's another 13 points of necrotic damage that crawls down your arm as you touch the mask, but you pull it off, and you see that there are like strands of like blood and like a black and purple magic that trail off like a gooey viscera coming off of his face, as if it's not like a dry necrosis, but like actual rotting that's happening. And you pull it, and as you do, you kind of hear Ekamos almost like he has control of his self currently, being off of the circle and no longer wearing his mask.
Mm-hmm.
But that uses up your action to do so. What are you doing at this point?
I will look at him and I'll say, welcome back. Could really use your help now. And I will... I will then disengage with cunning action and just move as far back as I can towards the back. I think it's your left.
So that's straight back 30 feet.
Perfect.
Okay.
That is it. That's all I got. While I still have the mask, so I'm going to be death clutching it.
Okay, got it. So that's going to be Ekamos next. He is going to go with Eldritch Blast on 2 of the blood elementals. He's going to go this one right next here to him and this one right here next to you. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Grim, roll a d6 for me.
Okay. 4.
Okay, got it. So actually, you know what? I think with those rolls, he's going to do the 2 in front of him. The first one is a 15, which is going to hit. And then a 12, which I think also still hits. Yeah, also still hits. So both of those are going to hit that one. That's going to be 2d10 plus 8. That's not quite enough to kill this one. So that one's going to be almost dead. With the first bolt. Oops. Let's see here. With the second attacks to the other one, that is going to be a 20. That's going to hit. Okay, those will both hit that one. And let me roll the right amount here. The d10s. Okay, that one is going to hit and kill. Let's see here. This one. And as it does, it explodes in blood, covering Ekamos in the blood. And he's going to roll high enough to not be blinded by it, but he is going to take some damage. That is going to be 7 points of necrotic damage he takes. All right, so that's going to be his turn. Then it's these guys. This one's going to be going up to you. 20. And they're both going to be attacking you because you now have the mask. First one on a plus, it's 22 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, second, and actually that's an advantage, so doesn't crit though. And then second one, this one's cocked, is 19 to hit. So dirty 20 and a 19.
Yep.
Okay, so the first one is 6 points of necrotic.
I'll just uncanny dodge that one.
Okay, so take it down to 3. The second one is 6 also, so it's 9 points of necrotic total.
Okay.
Okay, and then this one is dead. All right. So Breck, go ahead and roll me a dexterity check at advantage. The other two of you roll me just straight dexterity checks. It's not going to be any less than you can run, but if you can roll really well, then you'll be faster than you normally run.
Yeah, I rolled a 20 plus 5, 25.
25 with expeditious retreat. Okay, got it. And how about the other two of you?
6 for Milo.
Okay.
14 for Varric.
Okay. Milo, you study more than you run. You're not as athletic as the rest of them, but you are trying to keep up as much as possible as Varric takes a little bit of a lead, and Breck takes a lot of lead.
Can I do something?
Sure, what do you got?
If kind of how we had that skill check in that town, do I see any like shortcuts we can take?
I'd roll I'll let you roll a survival check to see if you can find any kind of shortcut or anything. You're in a place where you don't recognize and you haven't been before, so it'd be really tough. It's gonna be pretty high DC, but I'd let the three of you, if you're taking the time to look out for a shortcut, I'd let you guys roll to see if you can find that.
Okay.
Fucking up, slow me down.
Potentially.
Then no, I'm just gonna take this main street.
Okay, got it.
That's at 18 survival.
Okay, 18. I was gonna say the DC was at 17. Milo, what about you? You rolling as well?
Yeah, what was it again?
Roll a survival check. Checking for shortcuts.
That's a 16.
16. Also, actually, Milo, I have a question for you. Are you on the ground?
I would be flying.
You would be flying. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So in that case, that actually does change things a bit because that really ups your speed. I would say, Varric, you do find a shortcut. Milo, you're kind of trailing behind Breck as he's taking a lead on you, but you're able to keep an eye on him. And Varric, with your shortcut, you kind of see Milo going a certain way, and you start tracking him in the direction you're going rather than looking forward to the streets. And that allows you to find a shortcut that will increase all of your guys' speed significantly in getting there. And you guys are moving very quickly. I will say quickly enough to be drawing some attention. So I will point that out as well.
Okay.
Back to Grim. What are you doing, sir?
Oh God. I am looking real low. Looking really, really low. Okay, I'm going to attack the one that Ekamos had attacked previously.
Okay.
So I'm going to just take out my dagger and give him a nice pokey poke with it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll that attack. That would be the one to the left of the screen on this view.
Get poked, nerd. This is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, oh, that definitely hits.
All right. So here we go. 3, 4. So that's 8 points of damage.
Yeah, that kills it, definitely. What does it look like here? How do you give me some flavor for that fatality?
I look at the thing that's been hitting me for the past freaking 3 rounds, and I grab it by the freaking top of the head, pull it up, and I just freaking drag my blade right across its freaking throat neck, and I say, "Fuck off!" And then
you do that. Go ahead and roll me a con saving throw as you do.
Yep. Constitution. 23.
23. Okay, so you're not blinded, and you take 3 points of necrotic damage as the blood splatters onto you from this creature as it uses its blood burst ability, or dies with its blood burst ability.
Yep. And then with my bonus action, I am going to use Second Wind.
Okay.
Regain 1d10 plus 2 because Johnny Boy is hurting.
Okay, got it.
So then 1d10. Here we go. Ooh, d10. Here you are. Oh, look at that. We love to see it. That is 12 points of healing.
Okay, nice.
And then That is it. That's my action, bonus action. That's my turn.
Okay. Let me see here. I've got to decide what is going to happen next here for Ekamos. Yeah, he is going to use... Oh, you're holding that. He can't do that. Yeah, you have his mask. So he is going to cast just a straight Cure Wounds on you. He's going to yell out and say, I'm sorry, Grim, and going to get 9 points of healing back.
That is so okay.
That creature is going to take its turn next. It's the only one left alive right now. And that is going to be a 12 to hit on its Blood Flare.
Miss.
Okay, got it. All right, that takes back up to the top with you. What are you doing?
I will. I guess I'll just attack this thing, huh?
Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll your attack.
Yeah, I'm just going to attack it. Here we go. It is a 28 to hit.
28 definitely hits.
Right. That is 9 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. Still up, but you deal some good damage to it.
Yeah. Then I'm going to... I guess I could do a secondary attack with my other dagger.
You can do 2-weapon fighting, sure.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let's do,
okay.
But this will just be with the regular dagger, not the dark dagger. So that is a 16 to hit.
A 16 still hits, yeah, for sure.
Okay, and that is a whopping 2 points of damage.
A 2, hey, 2's 2. It is still up.
Yeah.
What are you doing from here?
I will disengage and kind of move.
I don't think you can actually disengage because you use your bonus action to attack.
Oh shit! Yeah. You know what?
You can just move though.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity and just move.
Where are you moving?
Just move to the left. Just a little. Give me some space.
This way.
Yep.
Okay. That will be an opportunity attack against you. 16 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. Let's see.
Really putting this new armor to use.
Ekamos is going to go next. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to stay over here, and he's going to unload some bolts into this thing. It's got 7 hit points left. I'm just going to see if they hit. Both of those hit. He's going to unload all 4. 16. They all hit. I'm not even going to calculate the damage because even just in the modifiers, that's going to kill it. So it blasts in a burst of blood spray. Nobody's close enough to hit it, so it is now just you and Ekamos here in this room. He looks at you, and now out of combat says, "All right, should we get out of here?"
Yeah. Who the fuck was that?
She's here.
Okay, let's go.
She's here. Okay. And you head over, and there is still the red barrier here. What are you doing with that?
Do I see anything that could possibly trigger it to turn off? Or, since we stepped off the circle, I know you had said that it kind of dulled a little bit, but not enough. Is there anything else that I can see? Anything at all?
I would say in this case, I would make you roll for something you couldn't succeed on. There's nothing besides the blood that has kind of pulled here that you've seen.
There's no bowl in front of the door. Nothing. No weird. Nothing.
Nope.
Man, I guess I'm just gonna have to eat it, huh? Ekamos, any ideas? Seems to be your terrain.
You could always try. I don't really know what's going on, but I'll be here to heal you if you need.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna go through it.
Okay. As you go, you start to. Are you running through here? You just doing a slow walk? What's going on? You just.
I'm gonna do definitely a platform 9 3/4 type of thing.
I was just gonna say we talked about that before the session. We're doing it. All right, you go and you push through. Yeah. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, sir. That is a 14.
A 14 is unfortunately not enough.
I mean, I guess I could use my last luck point I'll do that. I might as well.
You can use your last luck point. Okay, got it.
Last luck point of the day, and I'm gonna re-roll the Constitution save. Oh, 14.
14. I'm sorry, sir. So this is a reduced bit of damage because of what you've done so far. Grim, as you step to move through the barrier, you push through and your body begins to, as you look down, your skin starts to melt and peel away. And you take 40 points of necrotic damage moving through the door.
I am down.
Okay. So for the sake of this, let's do, I mean, I'm not going to do an initiative here just because of the way this is set up.
Yep.
But what I will say is in the 6 seconds that pass after you fall down, roll me a death saving throw.
Okay. Is it 10?
Okay. That is a success. The second 6 seconds happen. And I'm going to change the vibe up here for a second. Actually, we're going to go back to this. And the next 6 seconds happen. And Grim, you do not see this, but the blood barrier drops as Ekamos bows down and steps through. Roll me a second death saving throw as his footsteps near your body.
16.
That's a success as well. Ekamos reaches down and grabs the mask that was on the floor.
Oh, no.
And puts it onto his face as the tendrils reach from the mask onto his skin once again. And he reaches down and casts Spare the Dying on you, stabilizing you from death, but leaving you unconscious. And with that, we switch back over to Breck, Varric, and Milo.
Still running?
Did we lose Josh?
Can you hear me?
Oh, you said we switched back to us. What are we doing?
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
Oh,
I'm
Matt,
still
you guys
flying,
just still
flying in
running?
the direction of a blot.
Okay. So what we'll say here is based on the rolls you guys had, at a casual pace, it took them about 40 minutes to get there. Breck and Milo, I'll say Breck with your how long does Expeditious Retreat last? I should say,
so it lasts 10 minutes, and I did
Okay.
the math, and if Milo were to cast haste on me, I can run a mile every 4 minutes.
That's pretty fast. That's absolutely
And since I'm a
super fast.
Marine, I can travel for twice as long as like the average person. So
right. So you can just go. Breck, I think it's going to take you 12 minutes.
Okay.
To get there.
So then I would have burned another Expeditious Retreat after the 10 minutes was up to get there faster.
Okay, got it. Milo, I think for you, we're going to say 16 minutes, and then Varric for you, 20 minutes to get there. Breck, does that sound fair to everybody based on the way we got there? Everybody's good with that?
Yeah, I'm totally cool with that.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, cool. So, Breck, you get there, and you feel the connection to this house still. Once you run through the outwall, there is a shack kind of that you come upon, and it has overgrown grass out in the front. It is fenced off where some of the dirt is. It looks older than most of the buildings that are here, and has kind of a cracked open door at the front of it. Oh, let me switch off from the map too.
And the seal is telling me that this is where it is.
That is where it was drawing you. Yes.
Oh man, I'm going guns blazing right through the front door.
Oops. Okay, got it. So you push through, and as you go in, it's kind of drawing you down a set of stairs. It looks like a set of stairs to the basement. Familiar from when Grim and Ekamos went down there. If you're just going guns blazing and you push through that, you would get into the basement room and you would see that there is a small barrier and it looks like shimmering blood, like a curtain of blood that is just shimmering, held in place there. You would feel a ozone-y, strong bit of magic coming off of this that felt powerful and harmful.
Bonus action, Misty Step. Right on through that bitch.
Right onto that bitch. Okay, got it. As you do, you go through and go onto the other side, and what you see on this side is Grim currently laying on the circle that Ekamos had made of blood in the ground, and he is standing over, like kneeling over, standing over. And you actually, because of paladin warlock connection that you have in here, you can actually see these circular arcane trails spinning in the air in this room, and you sense a very perverse power in here. It's almost overwhelming to you. In this moment here, I would say it is like a weight on your body. It doesn't affect you in any kind of like status kind of way, but you see Ekamos, his red crimson mask, standing over Grim. Grim is unconscious. What are you doing here in this moment?
What's the range on the Dawnfather's Grace?
I would say that is not clarified in there, so it's whatever hold person is. Which, let me check here.
60 feet.
Okay.
Would you say I'm 60 feet away from him?
Oh, absolutely.
Then I am going to just kind of grasp that, stick it out, and just kind of, ask the Dawnfather for help. I've never really asked for your help before, so this is kind of weird.
Okay, what is your spell save DC? This is a very important role in figuring out how these things play out next and where we're going.
14.
14, okay. And let's see, hold person is a wisdom saving throw. Ekamos has a pretty big plus. He gets a 22. Oof. So he is going to save. After that, he looks up at you and gives... It's kind of hard to see through the mask, but you can almost feel a smile. And a laugh begins to emanate. A female laugh from under his mask. For the sake of this, let me see here. I'm going to check something real quick. Yeah, for the sake of this, what you see is next to him, almost like in a splash of blood that hits the ground underneath, you see another figure drop. Female. She is human. She has black hair and kind of has like a spiky headband in her hair. And she just kind of lands with some kind of teleportation magic in there. For you, Breck, I need you to roll me a quick initiative here.
Oh boy. An 8.
An 8, okay. More important rolls to see how this plays out. Okay.
I'm gonna stop using that dice.
All right. So it's going to be the start of initiative. Ekamos is going to go. Breck, he's going to throw 4 bolts of Eldritch Blast your way.
Sweet.
First one, 10 to hit, super low. Second one is a natural 1, a 2 and 1 so far. This one's a 13 to hit. Holy shit. 1, 2, 4, and 5 on the dice. Even with the modifiers. Yeah, Tankopotamus, dude. You just take... So they start to arc at you, and they have more of like a red and crimson tint to them now. But as they move towards you, you have this gold, kind of purple and green and like radiant yellow energy just kind of block them as they move towards you. So that is going to be Ekimos' turn. It's going to be the Blood Witch's turn next. She, unfortunately, is going to raise her hands and begin to cast a spell. And as she does, Ekimos, Johnny Grimm, and her disappear. And now, given that you're holding Dawnfather's Grace, Breck, you begin to feel a tug back in the other direction, back towards, for you, where you'd remember the market area near Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
How far is that?
That is not as far as back to the Cloudtop District. You're going to run into Milo pretty quick and Varric after that. But I would say with you guys all gathering, you could get there in less than 10 minutes.
Is the barrier still up?
The barrier is still up, yes.
Wow. That fucking sucks. I'm gonna Misty step on back through that bitch.
Okay. I mean, you can push through if you'd like, but you have
No. No, I don't like the way the room feels. There's a lot of gross shit going on in here. It's nasty. I'm not gonna put my hand in that.
Okay, you get to the other side, and
I guess I'd like to when I get out of the house, man. I just want to shout, just like Gilmore.
Okay,
just like as loud as I can.
Milo, as you're flying down, following Breck, you see him run back out of the house and just yell, Gilmore's! Varric, I'd say you're a little too far still.
I'd immediately change course and start heading in that direction.
Now, Milo, what I'm going to ask you is that you, since you're flying, could go as the crow flies as opposed to through the roads. And if you're trying to do that, then you could probably beat Breck in this case.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to fly the entire way.
Okay, got it. Varric, I would say that you see them. You haven't gone quite as far, so you have less distance to travel overall. But once you see them, you would kind of get the idea that they're traveling the other way. Anything different that you're doing?
No, I would just, if I see them change direction, I guess I would either... Yeah, I'll just wait for Milo to pass overhead and then continue following in the direction that he's going.
Okay, got it.
Can I cast Find Steed while running?
I was just going to ask about the paladins in that spell.
So I already looked at that, and it's a 10-minute cast.
Okay, got it.
It is a 10-minute cast. That's why I was wondering if I could do it while running, but probably
no. I would say not for the sake of this. You have to be like casting. You pretty much have to be stationary.
I was even going to try and pull a quicken spell, but I don't think it works with that.
Yeah. I think the 10-minute casts are kind of meant to not be able to get around.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So the three of you start heading that way. Milo, for you, I will say you've been reunited with Blot at this point. And so what I'd like for you to do as you head over to that district, you fly over. Go ahead. I'll allow you to roll me a perception check or an arcana check here.
It's a 13 Arcana.
A 13 Arcana. Okay. You feel kind of like a wave of energy blast out. Boom. And it kind of almost feels like a shockwave. And it passes over you. And you can kind of, with a 13, you can get a general direction, but not the exact location of where you're trying to go. If you're shooting for Gilmore's Glorious Goods, I'll ask for just an honest answer here. Would you have been paying close enough attention to Ekimos to notice when he stopped at the shop before, the one that he was looking at?
Probably not. He probably would have been more concerned with taking notes and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Hearing Gilmore's and then feeling the magical reverberation, you probably shoot the difference. Start heading towards like that, split the difference pretty much in between both.
Okay. Got it. Then what I'm going to ask for in this case is give me an investigation check. The DC for this is going to be kind of gradual. If you get above a 15, you'll get to the spot. If you get above a 10, you'll have had to do a little bit of looking and will arrive there with Breck. If you get under a 5, then you're just real slow.
21.
21. Okay, you get there super quick. We'll say that you kind of zero in on this shop. There's another kind of pulse of this energy, and it's a very interesting energy to you. It feels almost like wizardly and arcane in nature, almost as if a large spell was being cast and the reverberations were felt through it. But it is almost like it is touching something, and as it touches it, it is this like impact ripple of whatever it's touching. And you follow that back, and there is a small shop. Looks very unassuming from the outside, actually pretty beat up compared to most of the shops outside of this, or around this one, I should say. So it does look a little bit out of place and kind of smushed in between two other ones. I'm actually there are a couple windows on the outside. There's a little bit of a deck. I'll ask, what are you doing here?
So the first thing is I start to descend towards the shop.
Mhm.
I'd like to conjure up Silcine.
Okay, got it.
And is it, how many stories is it?
Just a single story.
It's just a single story. And I felt the reverberations coming off of it. I'd like to instant cast with the Awakened Spellbook feature. Ritual spell Detect Magic.
Okay. You do that. And are you looking through the window here?
I'm going to look at everything real quick, just the whole shop, and then I'm going for a window, yeah.
Okay, got it. So what I would say is that you, with your Detect Magic up, you feel old ripples of teleportation magic, like there was teleportation magic involved somehow in the placement of this building. You do sense... Detect Magic doesn't go through a ton of... Let's see here. What's the best way to do this? Let me look at what Detect Magic can see through, because I want to make sure and give you the right description for where you're at. 1 foot of stone, 3 feet of wood or dirt, and 1 inch of common metal. Okay, so it's a wooden building. So what I would say is that you do see that there is illusion magic on 2 figures that are on the inside of this building. You can see it through the wood that it's made out of. It's not 3-foot wood, thick walls. Beyond that, I would say that you can see more illusion magic along the floor to the back.
Illusion magic running across the floor to the back?
Yeah.
I am going... Is there a chimney?
Mm,
Any sort of pipes coming out of the top?
You know what? I'm going to let the dice choose on this one. If it's above a 10, then there's a chimney. If it's lower than a 10, there's not. That's a 19. There is a small chimney.
There is a chimney. All right. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to kind of land onto the roof, and I'd like to send both Blot and Silcine down.
Okay.
And I'd like to have Blot just be like a little cape, like an ink cape on Silcine's back.
Okay.
And I'm going to look through Blot as he's
Okay.
riding on Silcine down, and I'd like to check out the room.
And remind me, she's small, but she's still visible, right?
She is visible, yes.
Okay, got it. But she's small.
She's like
full-size
actually
person.
like a lamp. She emits light, so yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, so I'm going to set up something here. Guys, give me... This one might take a minute to set up, so give me a minute while I get the next one set.
Well, this has been fun, just it's been great.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry I fucking failed miserably on that initiative roll.
No, it's fine. Maybe I should have thought more.
I got there.
Well,
I was fucking there.
Dude, that wasn't the smartest decision on my end.
I was like, let me ask Pella for help. Fuck!
Okay, Milo, you see a very humble shop. You see somebody behind the counter, a young teenage fellow stocking some shelves over here. Very basic. Let's see here. There's a chimney. I promised a chimney. What I'll say is, as they go down the chimney, you can tell through Blot's vision that the chimney can stop at the first floor or go down to a basement floor.
So the two individuals, or those individuals, they have illusion magic running around them.
Yes.
Where is the magic that's trailing on the floor? It's back over there.
Back this way.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of communicate with Silcine to continue down to check out the
Okay.
basement as well.
So you go out through a chimney in the basement, and from there, let's see. Go ahead and roll a perception check and a stealth check if that's what Silcine's trying to do. I would assume so.
Hey, Josh, I have a question.
Sure. What do you got?
What do I know anything about Vesh at all?
You can roll a history check.
I am not sure what stats to use for that.
Oh, for Silcine.
For Silcine, yeah.
Man, and she's literally a
She's-
lantern, right?
He is like a lamp. Yeah.
Man, I'll let Blot roll stealth to see if maybe Blot can't be seen. But if she's a lamp, then that seems then the intent is maybe to not.
I was gonna say
check.
she's kind of perception though, right? So even with that, it would be. I'm not sure. Because she's giving me the information. I'm not
that's
looking
right,
through
that's
her eyes. I'm
right.
looking through Blot's.
That's right. So go ahead and roll using Blot stats. then.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
He can't see shit, so. Perception is -2. Good lord. That's going to be a 0.
A 0. Okay. Got it. Interesting. Well then, if that's the case, let me see here. All right. And what was Vesh? What was the history check for Vesh?
That was a cool 4.
A cool 4. Okay. Got it. So no, you've maybe heard the name, and that's about it. All right. So Milo, what I'd say then, with Silcine going down, you would be able to see that some of the light passes through the chimney on the first level as she passes down. And then passes down to the second floor. As you're going through Blot's eyes, you'll get a quick glimpse of a large basement area. There's 3 pillars on each side. There seems to be a ritualistic altar up at the front, along with a cage. And there are a few figures in here as well. Hard to tell how many, hard to tell where's what, but there is a much larger basement than this first level shop. And as that happens, you hear voices saying, "What is that light?" And there is a human woman with black hair, kind of a spiked hair clip, moves over towards Blot and is going to cast. Let me bring up the right block here.
Is there any way to have Silcine and Blot move towards the cage?
I would say so, but it's with the knowledge that there's going to be a very limited amount of time that they'll probably be around.
Yeah.
Does Silcine have like an amount of hit points, or does she dissipate at a certain situation?
She is actually a. Well, let's look that up. So, can see and hear, has dark vision to 60 feet, can telepathically share with me what it sees and hears. I don't think it takes damage.
Oh shit! Okay.
I think if there's a dispel magic, hold on a second. I got to read the whole thing. It's a tiny spectral object.
Okay. So then, seeing and Blot, if Blot's
Tangible.
on that, what I will say is Blot does have an armor class, and this creature is going to run 3 Eldritch Blasts at seeing them as a group together. So we're looking at 22 for the first, 26 for the second, and 9 for the third.
Oh yeah, absolutely kills it.
Yeah, I think that would Blot. I would say Silsine can still communicate with you. She would say that, man, that's interesting. She would say she would communicate. It looks like there are 4 figures in here currently. It looks like that Grim is in the cage, and there is very strong magic in this room.
Okay.
The people on the first floor with illusion magic, you see the illusion magic drops. They are no longer covered with illusion magic. However, now you do get kind of a just general magic glow in terms of like prepared spells.
What was the distance between where I'm at on the ceiling and where Grim is at?
Really, I would say not really able to tell specifically. Two floors down.
2 floors down. I would like to have Silsine fly over, grab him, vortex warp straight up to my position.
And you can cast through Silsine, right?
I can cast through Silsine.
And Vortex Warp, did we have to have that on beforehand, or it was instant where you want to go?
No, that is...
That was brand,
says
right?
you magically... Yeah, let's make sure we got it right. So you magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. So there's a thing, but it's casting through Silsine, so she sees him, right?
She sees him, but if it requires you to see them, I would say specifically that wouldn't apply here.
I have to do more research on that then.
Here, let's see. What's the name of that ability where she can manifest? Manifest mind?
Manifest mind.
Let's see here. Let's see.
So it does say if you cast a spell, you can cast it as if you were in the spectral mind space instead of your own, using its senses.
Oh, okay. Then I'll give you that. That's specifically
cool.
saying you can use its senses. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
going to do that then.
I'll do that. Okay. And it can vortex is 60?
90.
90. Okay. So she goes forward quickly and grabs Grim through the bars. And at that moment, in front of you is an unconscious 1 hit point Grim. And we'll say right at that point where Grim lands in front of you on the roof, Milo, that's when Breck shows up. Milo, you can then also see the 3 figures with Detect Magic up, popping up.
Oh, that's okay. Do I have time to... If I have time, I'd like to cast more magic through Silsine, but I don't know how this is playing out.
When?
After Grim teleports upwards.
What are you trying to do?
Man, There's some possibilities there. Okay.
I guess what I would say is we're not in initiative. If you're
Yeah.
trying to do a lot of stuff at once, then I'm going to move us into initiative, just so we're not overdoing it on player action economy. It just kind of, if it's something simple or small, then
You know what?
it might be quick. But
I am just gonna move Silcine to the center of the room
okay,
and try to have her kind of distract a little bit.
okay, got it. So she's
Like
gonna
she's gonna
move-
wink at him in a procrastinator in a sort of antagonistic sort of way, send Grim up to the just pretty much disappear Grim, and then kind of shoot him the bird and move to the center of the middle. Yeah, center of the room.
Okay, got it. So we're gonna have her move to the middle of the room. I'd say what you get the vibe of as she does that is there is quite a bit of magic being thrown her way as that happens.
Keep me informed, Silcine. And I would like to use a bonus action first level spell to cast Healing Word on my man here.
Okay, Grim, you are up with Milo over you. You're on a roof, oddly enough.
That's
Who'd
7
say?
points of health for you, Grim.
Oof.
Breck, you come upon the scene. You can see Milo on the roof with Grim kind of laying down and gasping for air.
But I don't see Ekimos.
You don't see Ekimos anywhere.
Is that sigil still giving off a weird vibe?
Oh yeah, it's in the building down below, very similar to when you were at the house.
Do I know about how far back Varric is?
I would say pretty close because he had not made it quite as far. Varric is just a few rounds behind. I would say if you were to wait less than half a minute, he would be caught up.
I'm also going to point at Breck and give him the complete breakdown of what's inside.
Can I communicate back?
You can. What I'll tell you guys is you are now from the ceiling of this or from the roof of this building, yelling down to a guy on the ground. So
I should be using message.
Message. Okay,
message.
got it. Okay, got it. Yeah. Oh, that's the pointing. I gotcha. Then yes, you can whisper quietly up to the dude on the roof.
You want me to just go in the front door?
I think so, man. I kind of want to wait for Varric, but I think time is sort of a thing here. How you doing, Grim? You doing okay, buddy?
I'm very confused, but the last thing I remember, I ran through a barrier and we went to that house, and Ekimo started talking like this crazy female voice, disembodied. I don't know. It was crazy. But when he attacked me, it was like he was possessed or whatever. But I took off his mask and he snapped too. So whatever
mask
he is, I think the mask needs to come off his face, and we need to either destroy it or just get it away from him.
Did you hear that, Breck? Mask. The mask is the target.
Get the mask off his face. With that news, I'm going in the front door.
Okay. Waiting for backup or just heading in?
Yep. Yeah. When Varric is there. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So that will change things just a bit. So Varric, let's get you guys up front here. As the two of you are there.
How much information were we given about this mask?
When
he first got it and everything.
I would say you, Varric, in particular, because Vasati gave it over quite a bit. It was meant as a way to give Ekimos a little bit more identity with the Dawnfather. It has the Dawnfather symbol on it originally, and he's able to cast healing spells through it. It is a magical item overall, but beyond that, there's not much more to know about it.
Before we go in the door, I'm going to give Varric the sigil back.
Okay.
This didn't really work for me, man. I tried.
Yeah, it was worth a try.
It was definitely worth a try.
I think I'm going to float down to where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
And while I do so, I'd like to release a mirror image cast from my ring.
Okay. That'll be the last thing you can do before we get into initiative. Here.
Absolutely. That sounds like a good one to leave off on.
Yeah, you've had a very productive few rounds outside the house here. Okay, so then let's do this. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, guys. It's time.
That's a 9 for Varric.
9 for Varric. Let me add that to the encounter builder. How about Breck and Grim?
I got a 4.
Whew.
A 10.
Grim, you're the highest of the party.
Well, I'm also the weakest.
Fair enough. Okay, so let's start. And
Can I do something before we walk in?
what are you trying to do? It depends.
I was gonna heal Grim some.
I would say because you haven't done anything yet and everybody else has been doing stuff, that's fine. But that's got to be it before. Like, that's hard line on things before combat.
Yeah. Third level cure wound. It's 15.
15. There you go. That's pretty good. Grim, you
Thank
get 15 points back.
Thank you.
All right. So you guys are right outside. Breck, you're breaking in the door. That's what's kicking off initiative here. Just pushing in.
If that's what everybody wants, man, I'm going right in. Yeah.
As Breck kicks down the door, that is going to let off their held reactions. I'm just going to put you right outside, but you're kind of right in the doorway there. That is going to let off some held reactions here. Because there was a lot of stuff making them that told them that there was somebody coming. So first we'll do the blood elementals. I honestly don't think these can hit you, but we're going to try and see if they're going to do it anyways. 22 to hit.
No.
That's not gonna hit. The 5. That's another 5. And that's their 3 attacks. Then we have the 2 of Vesh's Chosen. As you push in through the door, Breck, you can see that these creatures wear, it looks like a mask of liquid, like it's moving liquid, but is in the shape of a mask over their face. One of them, this one is going to go first. It is going to use, and I think that one's within range. 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, that one is out of range. So you're only going to get 1 blood knife attack coming at you. And that's at 18 to hit.
18 does not hit.
Fucking tankopotamus indeed. Okay, so that is going to be all the held actions because the last one you are not close enough for. Now they're going to take their turns. This one's going to jump forward and get within 5 feet of you. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. That one is as well. Neither are going to get flanking. It's just going to be straight rolls. They got to get a natural 20 to even hit you, Breck, so I doubt it'll happen. That's a miss. That's a miss. All right, so then we have the turns of these two. These two are going to be a little different, though. All right, so this one's going to go here. Move up just a bit. This one is going to use another psychic knife attack on you. Excuse me, a blood knife on you. It's a 19 to hit. I don't think that hits you, Breck.
It does not, no.
Yeah, it is going to use its charge of suggestion against you. And will say, please return to wherever you are staying. And I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, that's exciting. 25.
25. Okay, so suggestion does not land against you. And then this one is going to move up. It's going to jump over and go 5, 15, 20, and it's going to jump up on the table, and it is going to hold its action. All right, that takes us to Grim. What are you doing up on the roof, Grim?
I guess I will. Is there like an opening or a window that I can kind of like peek and just see what's going on? Can I see inside at all? Is there any windows, anything like that?
Yeah, there's absolutely windows. So the windows.
There's a chimney too.
Or there's a chimney. I did describe it as a small chimney, so big enough for a blot, but not big enough for a person, given the size of this house. But there's a window over here, window back here. So there's 3 windows. You would have to jump about 20 feet down to get off of the ceiling, but yeah, there's absolutely some windows.
Okay. And then do I see? So we have these peeps and stuff. I guess primary objective is the mask, right? Like that's what we're going for. That's like objective number 1. Am I wrong?
I was gonna say that's what I was told. I'm fucking sending it for the mask.
Yeah. Do I see where the mask is, or like where Ekamos is at all?
And I would say, well, I guess where are you? Are you jumping down and then looking through the window?
Yeah. I'll try and just I'll still stay hidden. So I definitely want to try and hide.
Okay. So what I'd say for this, give me an acrobatics check to get down.
Okay.
It's going to be DC 14 for 20 feet.
Okay, well, that is a 24. Actually, I'm sorry.
Get down.
It's a 28.
28. Okay, and then if you're trying to hide, roll me a stealth check with a bonus action for getting down.
That is a 30.
30 seems pretty good, near impossible by the rulebook standards. So you are very hidden. You are by the window, and you are up off the ceiling, or down off the ceiling, I should say.
Perfect. I'm just gonna chill and look for an opening. That is my turn. So I'm just keeping eyes on the mask and seeing that's it. I'm just keeping tabs.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. All right, then that takes us to Varric. What are you doing?
Okay, let's see. So we have, was that 2 or 3 of those blood things, and there's that Ekamos on the table?
That is not Ekamos on the table. That is another creature. They have a blood mask like Ekamos, but it is not Ekamos.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm going to start working my way through the things that are kind of blocking the entrance.
Yeah. How are you attacking them?
I guess I'll use the glaive.
Okay, you do have a 10-foot reach, so you can stand behind Breck and go over his head at these things. We'll do the one. You going north or south? I should ask.
We'll start north.
North. Okay, go ahead and roll your attacks.
First one is a 27.
Yeah.
Second is 23.
Both will definitely hit.
First hit is 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Second hit is 14 points of damage.
Total. That will kill that one. Yeah. What does that look like? Killing this thing.
Do I have anything else? Oh, I do actually.
And Brett, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for me on that one.
Sorry, bud.
Assume this isn't poison.
No, it's not poison.
Okay. 13 plus 6, 19.
Okay, 19. So you are not blinded, and you take 3 points of necrotic damage as the blood splatters all over you. There is now room to get in, at least.
Oh yeah, actually I do have to be closer for this one. So yeah, I'll step next to the other one, and then I'm just gonna use my bonus action, Pole Arm Master.
Yeah. Go ahead and make the roll.
That is 25 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely is.
That is 8 points of damage.
Okay, that one takes 8.
And I believe that is everything.
Okay, that takes us to Breck next. Milo on deck.
I probably can't step through the one in front of me, huh?
You can. That one's not in the doorway, and you can get past Varric, so you could do that if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to step in kind of behind that one.
Okay, so you can move that way and get behind it without invoking opportunity, but that wouldn't be flanking either.
Well, I guess move me to flanking then.
To flanking? Okay, got it. That would be flanking.
Okay. The white one behind me, that's not
That is
guy?
still seen.
Okay. All right. Didn't want to put myself in a bad spot.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack that one with my mace.
Go for it.
That's an 11 to hit.
An 11 is its AC. These guys are not strong.
Oh, well, good because I rolled a 2 plus 9. So
11 total?
yeah,
That's enough. That splatters that thing, man. As you come down with your mace, it splashes up. I need you and Varric to both roll Constitution saving throws.
Varric, you get a +2 for my aura as well.
Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna need it. That's a 12 for me.
12. I think that is actually enough.
I got a 13.
13. Okay. Yes, you are not blinded, and you both take half damage, which is
That was con, right?
Yeah, con.
Yeah,
So that's 2 points of necrotic both, and neither of you are blinded. All right, Brick. What else are you doing?
I'm gonna go after the one on the table.
Okay.
So I've got 25 feet of movement. I don't know how much I've used.
You have only used 5, 10 to get there, then another 5, 10 to get up top, and
So exactly
on the table.
25. Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna hit that one with the mace.
Cool. Go ahead and roll the attack. This one does seem to have a little bit more agility to it than the blood elementals.
That one is a 24.
A 24 will still definitely hit it, though. Yeah, go ahead and roll some damage.
So I'm going to add a second level smite to that.
Okay.
So it's 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And
Okay.
then... Well, it's been a while since I've smited something. Let's see. And then 18 points of radiant damage.
And what was the first one? 7, you said?
7.
So 25 total. Nice. You swing across at this thing, and the radiant damage hits it. And that's a pretty good hit against it. Yeah, it seems to be put off balance by that.
I'm going to use my bonus action.
Okay.
Shield Master to shove him with my shield off of the table.
Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, go ahead and roll athletics, and it'll be against their... in this case, they're a little bit better at dex, so it'll be against their acrobatics.
You said athletics?
Yeah, athletics for you.
It's a 16.
16. That beats them, so they are pushed prone off of the table. Got it. Anything else for you?
That's the end of my turn.
All right, Milo, what are you doing?
We still have people downstairs, right?
Correct.
And Silcine is in the middle of all of those people.
I was under the impression you had her up on the first floor. If you were going to the second floor, then I will remove her from the first floor. And put her
She
down
should be on the
Second
bottom
floor
floor
it
wherever
is.
Grim was.
Got it.
Yeah, and there are people down there, right?
There are, yes. There would be,
Including the Blood Witch.
what I'd say around her is there would be 3 people who are gathering around her. They seem to have blood magics of some sort that are being activated.
Okay. Milo is he's outside, I assume, right? Still
Yeah, on
outside.
the roof seal. the roof still.
All right, Silcine. They are all yours until we get down there. And I am going to once again cast through the Manifest Mind.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast a 4th level Melf's Minute Meteors.
Okay.
And I'm going to substitute the fire for force damage.
Okay. So, man. So we had Silcine grab Grim, come back up, and then go back down to the chimney.
So technically, she never left. She teleported him up, and then she would have stayed there because she doesn't teleport. It's just whoever she's teleporting.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she stays down in the basement,
Okay.
and then she moved to the center of the basement at the very end before we started everything.
And what were you casting through her?
This time it's going to be Melf's Minute Meteors as little motes of gravitational magic.
Okay, give me a second here. I gotta bring up the other side of this encounter. So with the Manifest Mind, can you treat the mind as a self-range spell? Does it say anywhere that you can do that?
A self-ranged spell?
Right, because my Melf's Minute Meteors, the range is self. So you'd have to cast it on yourself. Can you use Manifest Mind as a self-target?
I am not sure. It just says that I can do it from their space using their senses.
From their space. Okay, let me check that real quick.
It says whenever you cast a wizard spell on your turn, you can cast it as if you were in the spectral mind's space instead of your own, using its senses. You can do so a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses after you finish a long rest.
Okay, so it uses a charge to cast a spell through her, though.
Yes.
There is
so the way that I am understanding it is that my concentration would be held by Milo, but everything else would be on Silcine.
Okay. And it is concentration then.
Yeah, so I would have to hold concentration.
Okay. Okay, got it. All right, let me get the other part of the encounter.
But that is a good question, whether...
And based on the way it's worded, I would say so. If it treats you being in her space as that, then I would say that's fine.
Good, because that's a huge part of why I use this class.
Let's see, though. I want to make sure that I'm making sure that I have the right things on this side. Okay, I think so. Okay, when you cast a spell as a bonus action, you can expend 1 or 2 of the meteors streaking towards a point you choose within 120 feet. Are you going to be sending any off this first time?
I will definitely be sending some the first time.
Okay, you can do 1 or 2.
I will be probably doing 2. I just don't know.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So, without having to do the full setup for the other map, there are 3 figures kind of circling her. They all 2 of them look like they're more weapons based. One that looks to be more caster oriented. Of those 3 targets, they're probably all between 15 to 20 feet around her right now, kind of surrounding her. Given those options, which ones would you choose?
Let's double cast on the caster.
Double cast on the caster. Okay.
So send two motes of yeah.
It's 2 dex saves.
And I get 8 of those.
Man, this is gonna get weird because they should. The problem is that if you're attacking them, they should be getting initiative too, and that's just gonna really bungle things up a little bit. All right, so let's do the dex saves for the 2 at the caster. It's the 19 on the dice. So for the first one, and then 17 total. So it's going to be 2 saves. So I think it's half of 4d6.
Half of 40, so they both save? Okay.
Yeah, they both save. So whatever half of 46 is.
So it's 2, 46.
And then that would you'd have 4 meteors left on Silcine.
That'll be 17 total damage. So half of that.
Okay, so we're looking at 8
I should
points
have-
of damage there.
And I did cast it at 4th level, so that should have 6 motes remaining.
6 months remaining. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to stay outside the door. Feeling
Okay.
help out here.
Give me a second here because I need to roll some initiative for these guys if you're attacking them.
Sorry to make your life harder, but
It's okay. We've got 2 combats going on for this, if we're doing it this way. And then for her... That's pretty good. Okay, so that's the end of initiative round for you. So I'm going to do some things in the background for them that they're working on. So that's going to be that there. And for them, what do they have?
Just for clarification, were any of those individuals down below standing next to each other?
No.
Okay.
No, I would
Okay.
say not.
So no splash.
And then again, does Manifest Mind allow you to cast as if you're through her or actually see through her eyes?
It just casts through her, so that's why I told her to just light them up.
Okay, then I would say that's like at that point, if you can't see, then if that's what you're telling her, she'll act out with that command. But
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
getting a little too much meta if you're using her vision to plan that stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting crunchy here. Okay, let's see. All right, so that's going to be the end of this. Let's go back up to the top here. 2 of those are dead. One is still alive. Varric's in the doorway, and so he's going to run over to that one. And he is going to make his blood flare attack is the one that he does close. We got a 17 to hit against Varric.
It does not hit.
Okay, got it. All right, and then we go to the 2 who were in here. So we got Johnny Grimm hidden. This one is going to go first. He's going to use half his movement to stand up, and he's going to use his blood knife attack twice against Breck. See if he can actually get a hit. That is a 12 to hit.
Survey says no.
No. And that is a 8 to hit.
And an 8? Oh,
The dice do not enjoy me today.
That was a close one.
Yeah, it was pretty close. The second one is going to go at Varric. It's going to do the same, or rather, it's going to do the first blood knife attack. Then it will do differently for the second. No, that's a 5 on the dice. So we're looking at 11 to hit against Varric.
Sorry.
Then that one is going to use its once a day charge of suggestion against you, Varric. I need a wisdom saving throw. And it is telling you to return to where you lay your head.
Is this a form of charm?
It is a form of charm.
I believe I have something
Oof.
for
Called being an elf, right?
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I think so.
It's called being a fucking elf.
That's advantage on those bad boys.
Noise.
Alright. Wisdom. Here we go. Oh, that's a natural 20. That's a 28 total.
Cool. Yeah. So you withstand the mental attack to try and get you to leave this place. That'll take us to Grim next.
Ugh. I really don't want to just jump into the fray. I'm kind of squishy. So I'm like on the second story, right, or the second level. So there's still like another.
No, you're down on the floor at this point because you
Okay.
jumped down to get in front of the window.
Yeah. Okay. So there's only 2 bad guys left in here.
There are 3 currently. There's 1 more blood elemental in front of Varric, and then 2 of the Vesh's chosen with the kind of liquid blood masks.
God, just want to jump in there and then get freaking blasted. You know, that would be unfortunate. And then there's another level on top of us, right? Like, so there's a second story and shit's going down up there too. Or as far as we think.
Down below, there's stuff going on. That's where you came from. You wouldn't really know that at this point yet. Though.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to figure out what I could do. Oof. Can I go ahead and climb through this nice little window right in front?
Yes, you can.
I'm just gonna climb through the window and stab this dude in the freaking throat neck. Fucking whatever.
Keeping it simple. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Go get in the shit.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits. You do get advantage because it is flanking.
Oh, let's see. That is a 26 to hit.
Yes.
Right. So that's 8 points of piercing damage plus sneak attack. So 8 sneak attack damage, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points of sneak attack damage.
16. Is that 16 total or just sneak attack?
So just sneak attack 16.
And how much is the rest?
8. Add 8 to that.
So we have 24 total. Nice. You go in and you stab it in the throat neck. You absolutely hit something, and it just starts to pour blood off of it and down the front of it. It's super hurt, but still up.
Oh, well, I'll just use my secondary attack to hit it again.
You go for another one, yeah.
A toothpick poke. Here we go. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
A 15 misses, actually. It is able to dodge that. You go in, and seeing you there, he dodges out of the way of the second blade.
Mm-hmm. That's my turn.
Okay, got it. That takes us next to Varric with Breck on deck.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack the one that right in front of me. Actually, you know what? Who tried to charm me? Which one?
The one that is behind, kind of over there.
Okay.
That one has not been hit yet.
Well, in that case, I am gonna do Quicken Spell. Use suggestion on it to tell it to give me its mask.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's. What's your save?
That'll be a 16 Wisdom.
16 whiz. All right. For saving throws, that has a +4, but it's still going to fail. That's an 8 total.
Perfect. Let's see if this does anything.
Anything else for you, sir?
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my glaive attacks on the one in front of me.
Okay, go ahead and can you do that with suggestion? You're using your action to cast a spell?
I used Quicken.
Oh, Quicken. Yeah, that's right. Sorcerer stuff. All right, go ahead and make your glaive attack.
So first one's going to be a 22, second's a 25.
Both definitely hit.
Oh, garbage. That is 16 total.
16 total. Okay. That is not quite enough to kill it, but you stab down into this kind of blood-based body and get multiple jabs in against it. It's looking super hurt.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. That takes us to Breck next. Milo on deck.
The one that handed over his mask, did he change it all? Like no.
So that is going to be what he does on his turn. I don't think suggestion is right away. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, let me double check. I don't think it's right away. It honestly doesn't say. It just says the target makes a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you describe to the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration. The suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time. The spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do.
So I would say, especially given the cast or the duration of 8 hours, then it would be like on its turn when it can do something. And if it doesn't specifically say it takes its reaction to do something, then usually it is when it is able to do it.
Okay. I am going to bonk the one in front of me.
Bonk it. You do get advantage because Grim is behind you.
Oh, he's getting bonked.
He's getting bonked.
19 plus 9, 28.
That very hits.
That very hits. Sweet. Damn. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6 points of bludgeoning. That is exactly what you needed. Flavor that fatality for me.
Ooh. Just, man, like a fucking Gallagher style.
Just, and as you do, the mask itself kind of sprays out as liquid as well. And Johnny, you are covered in quite a bit of blood. Breck, what else you got?
Is there like a visible door, I guess, downstairs?
Not currently at this point. You would have seen the illusion magic. You would know down the hall. Well, I guess it would be pulling you kind of this way towards underground, since you're the one holding Dawnfather's Grace.
I am not. I gave it up.
Oh, then you wouldn't know specifically.
Then I'm going after the other spellcaster.
Got it. Say 5 forward to get there, 5, 10 to get back. Only 15 movement you so far.
And I'm going to hit him.
Okay, go ahead and roll the check.
14 to hit. Oof.
That misses. Yeah, this one's able to dodge.
Damn. Well, that'll do her. I'm just going to hang out right there.
Milo, what ward?
That would have ruined my spell.
What's that?
Thank God he missed, because that would have ruined the spell.
Yep, it would have. Milo, what are you doing?
I am going to still seeing, just keep firing at the one that looks the most important, I guess.
I would say if that's what you give her, then she would probably move off. Let's see here. Let me roll dice for that. No, she wouldn't see him. So she'll continue to go with the spellcaster and do another 2 there. Let's get the dex saving throws for them. That's 16 and 19 on the dice. So go ahead and roll me 46.
Uh, 16.
16. So another 8 damage. It's 16 damage total dealt to that one beforehand. And then what are you doing, Milo?
I am going to point my wand of magic missiles inside, and I am going to fire off a round at the one that's standing in front of Varric.
Yeah, go ahead and just actually, you know what? You're doing all 3 darts.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't even make you roll. It only has 2 hit points, so your modifiers alone would destroy it. They just go in and and it is a blood pinata in front of Varric, who needs to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Am I close enough to Breck for that bonus or no?
Not anymore.
Okay. That is a 9.
Oh, interesting. So you take 5 points of necrotic damage, and you are blinded as there is blood covering your face.
See, that wasn't so hard, Varric. You seem to be struggling here for a little bit. I got it. Don't worry about it. Wipe that off your face.
Varric is now blinded.
And I will continue to stand straight outside the door.
Okay, so you're going to be out here in front of the door?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Standing in front of the door.
Oh, you know what? Actually, can I go in and go towards where the magic is flowing
Sure.
while avoiding old boy that's under his spell right now?
25, 30. You could go that way.
And it is down that direction, guys. And I point off into that, yeah.
Right. So let me see something here. What does this guy have? Okay, that isn't going to help with any of those things. And he's going to hold on. Actually, you know what? We'll use that. Okay. Sorry, that takes us back up to the top of initiative here in this room. We have the spellcaster who is told to give up his mask. He's going to move this way. He's going to move past Breck, but it's forced movement, so it's not going to invoke opportunity attack. But he is going to take off the bloody mask. It stays in its like shaped form, but continues to look like moving liquid, and moves to hand it out to Varric, who is still blinded. So he does not see it. Varric, your command was specifically give your mask to me.
Yes.
Okay, so he is giving his mask to you as his action. I think in order to complete what he was told to do, he will place it like on your arm to set it to give it to you.
Okay.
You know what? Let's roll to see if that happens. Let's just roll to see if that happens. Above 10, he holds on to it. Under 10, he gives it to you. It's above 10, so he holds on to it. So he's holding it out, ready to give it to Varric. And then we will go to Grim then, if that is the case.
Golly. Are we taking the one that's giving the mask? Somebody tell me, please.
Would I be able to tell him that this is handled?
That's fine. If you guys want to do a quick little bit of dialogue, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Don't worry about him. I got it.
Okay. I will.
Once I clean my face off.
And this is the last guy left in here, right?
This is the last guy left, yeah.
I don't know what to do next.
Didn't Milo say where to go?
Oh yeah, he did. I'll just I just don't want to be the first one because I'm so
All up,
I'm
dude.
going to stand by and I'm gonna follow Breck and Milo whenever they decide to proceed forward.
Okay.
But I feel like being behind a tankopotamus right now is definitely probably gonna keep me alive.
The way to go. Okay, got it. So we'll
Yeah.
say you're holding an action to dash to follow Milo and Breck.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Varric, you're next. You're blind.
Guessing it's another save.
Let's see. You can repeat the save at the end of each of your turns, ending the effect on a success. So you are blind for this turn.
Oh my god. Let me see.
Which, as a reminder for status, and what that does, you can't see and automatically fail any ability checks that require sight. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and attack rolls that you make have disadvantage.
Can I do some dialogue?
Sure, what do you got?
Hey guys, is he trying to give me the mask?
Yep.
I think so.
Can I attempt to reach out and grab it?
Give me a sleight of hand at disadvantage.
Little to the left.
Yeah. Help. Let's see. It's a 10.
A 10. Okay. Let me. It's trying to give it to you, so I'll say a 10 is the DC of what you needed to just very clumsily grab and find it.
That'll do. Does anything happen?
Not that you can see. The mask stays in like a mask-shaped form while you hold it.
Okay. Does that count as like my action, grabbing it?
I would say so in this case, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's not much I can do besides do the save, I guess.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll that con save again. Gotta beat an 11.
This is excruciating because I just rolled another 9.
You are still blind, sir. You are still blind, unfortunately. You have blood covering your eyes, and it is like a thick, viscous blood instead of, easy to wipe off or anything. Anything else for you? I think that was the end of your turn. Yeah, got to do it at the end of your turn. Okay, Breck, you're up.
Does the guy who handed him the mask look any different?
He doesn't look to be any different or take any different action. He doesn't. You can kind of see him shake off the suggestion spell as the requirement of the spell has been completed.
Okay. I am going to cast another Expeditious Retreat.
Okay.
I am then going to use however much movement it takes for me to get right next to Varric.
Oh, yeah. Right next to Varric or like across with the enemy?
Within 5 feet of Varric.
Okay, got it. There you go.
I'm then going to burn 5 points of Lay on Hands on him because I believe I can cure blindness with that.
Nice.
Negative.
Oh, can I not, huh?
No,
Poison,
it's disease.
right?
Poison.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I looked.
Well, damn, that changes things. All right. Well, I guess move me behind the guy if he still looks like he's hostile.
Yeah. That'd only use 5 feet of your movement to get there.
Then I'm going to bonk this guy
Bonk him.
in the back of the knee. 14 plus 9.
Yeah, that will hit.
23 hits. Sweet. Oh my god. All right, that's 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, 6 points to 6 points as his knee buckles a bit under the damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit him again.
Okay, go for the next one.
Oh, that one's a crit.
There you go.
All right. That one is 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's doubled?
Yep.
Oh, hey, got it. 12 points it is. All right. Anything else for you?
Nope, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Milo. I assume we're doing 2 more meteors down below.
You would be correct.
All right, let's see how they do on this one. And what's your save?
It's a 16, I believe.
16. I think
Check
this time
that
they're
real
going to
quick.
fail to your benefit. And this is Dex, so it's plus that. That's going to be double fail, so we're going to be a full 48 here.
It's going to be a full 14 points of damage.
Full 14. That takes us there. All right, I'm going to do a couple things in the background. Just to give you a heads up, I am doing a couple things in the background that is burning resources on their end to kind of match what's going on down beneath without like full initiative stuff. But there is definite benefits happening to having
Like
Sophie down
sounds and
there.
lights coming through the
Yeah,
floorboards.
there's sounds and lights and magic. Like, you see like mostly red and golds coming through the floorboards. That's a great way to describe it, though. Absolutely. Let me roll this to come back. Okay, so then it goes there. Okay, and those are used up there. One of them is going to burn that. Let's see. Which is also pretty good for you guys. So that's going to take us back up to the top.
Ooh.
There's this one freaking guy left.
Can I?
Yeah.
I'd like to. I got some other things that I.
Oh yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
How is he looking? The one guy that's left up there.
He's only really taken the hits Breck just gave against him, so those are pretty good hits. But he's still up.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire off a round of magic missiles at that guy.
Okay.
And
First
then
level
I am
again?
going. Yeah, just the one level. And then I am going to move towards where the magic is congregating.
Okay, so given how much movement you have, you could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That would put you at the edge where you saw the illusion magic. You wouldn't still have detect magic up anymore because you're concentrating on Melfs.
Oh, that's true.
But you know this is the area where it was.
Okay.
And then what's the damage on the darts?
It's just a 1d4 or so. Ooh. 10?
10 total. Nice. Okay.
Right? It's 3d4 plus 1.
So really
plus
it's
3.
kind of 1 each. Yeah, so 3d4
Yeah.
plus 3 essentially. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. So 10 points of damage. And Varric, you hear Breck, you see as Milo's darts hit as he runs down the hall. Johnny, do you want to follow Milo here since Breck was staying? You had a held action to dash behind them.
Yeah, I'll follow Milo.
Okay, so we'll go your 30 feet here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Puts you up there. Then that takes us back here. He's going to make his 2 blood knife attacks against Varric. That's going to be a 22 to hit on the first one. 22 hit Varric.
Sorry, I was still muted. I'll do a shield.
New shield. Got it. So then I would assume not for there. Let's see if the second one can hit at advantage. No, that's a 19. Wouldn't hit without shield anyways. That takes us to Grim. What are you doing next?
Guess I'll just stealthily proceed forward.
Okay. If you're trying to hide, do a stealth check, but that'll be your bonus action.
Yep. That's going to be a 29 total.
Nice. Very hidden. Milo cannot see you. Well, you're in Milo's line of sight, and you're not hiding. There's nothing to hide behind from his. So he sees you, but you're very quietly moving into the space.
I'm just eating a bag of chips. That's it. And I will just proceed forward to wherever we're going, I guess.
Okay, you move forward, and Milo, there's a bit of transfer dialogue here if you want to tell him about the illusions you saw, but currently it looks like it's just a hallway that ends.
Yeah, I'll just tell him the illusion magic was right here, so just don't trust your eyes too much, man. I don't know what's going on back here.
I mean, do you want me to go, or do you want me to stand by?
Ooh, I don't think I'm gonna go until the other guys are done with that guy.
Okay, yeah, we'll chill. I'm gonna chill.
I agree.
Right.
I like that.
Chilling there. Then that takes us to Varric's turn. Varric, you're blind still. There's a guy in front of you. If you attacked, because Breck is flanking now, it would be a straight roll.
That's yeah. I was about to ask that question.
Straight
I
roll.
will make attacks.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a dirty 20 and a 24.
Both hit.
Alright. That's 23 points of damage total.
Nice. Okay. You slam in with the glaive on both hits despite being blinded while they're engaged with Breck. And this is looking like it's on its last leg.
Then I will pole arm master.
Okay.
That's 20. Yeah, 28 to hit.
28 definitely hits.
That is 9 points.
That is enough. Flavor that fatality.
Oh man, there's no art to this. I'm just swinging.
Breck, you kind of got to duck a little just to make sure you don't get hit. But the swinging connects and takes off the head of Vesh's chosen. As this creature is killed, the mask in your hands turns to liquid blood and falls apart.
That was a waste. Do I still have to make this save?
Yes.
You get a +2.
Okay. That is 12.
12. Okay. You needed 11 to beat it, so you are no longer blinded. All right, and that is going to be where we take our break. Before we hop down to the next level and continue on from there, I assume, Milo, if we were to stay in initiative, you'd use the last of Melf's minute meteors to get that in?
Yes.
All right, so let's resolve those real quick before we take the
Double
break.
tap. Okay.
Double tap. Let's see here. It's a 1 fail and 1 save. So roll me the fail first. This will be full 2d6.
11 for the fail,
Okay, then for the save will be half on top.
and then for the. Oh, sorry.
So roll another 2d6, and then this is only half of that damage.
Okay, so the first 2d6 was 11, the second 2d6 was 5.
5 total or 5 half?
5 total.
5 total. Okay, so then we're looking at 13 points of damage from that. And that is going to put that one there. Okay, so then let's take a break, guys. We are at 42, 142 Pacific. So wherever you're at, let's call it at the 57. We'll be back and figure out what you guys would like to do next, moving into this next space. See you guys in a bit. Okay. Wait to see if everybody got back here.
I am back.
Okay. We got Breck and Milo.
Yeah. Milo's back.
Okay. What about Breck? What about the Tankopotamus?
Hippopotamus.
I am here.
Tankopotamus is here. Okay, got it. Okay, so all of you now stand on the first floor of this shop. 2 dead bodies, blood splattered everywhere. There is some commotion from outside coming from the street. I would say you'd have to take the time to fully listen to hear what's being said or what's going on. But there is some commotion outside. Combat's not quiet. But that being said, you are all. I guess I should ask, what are all of you doing? I know Johnny, Grimm, and Milo were over by the backside of this floor. What about Breck and Varric?
I mean, I'm going the direction that Milo pointed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be joining him.
Okay. So then I'll say the 4 of you stand in front of what looks like a dead end in these in this floor. There's a wall in the 5-foot space in front of you.
Actually, before I go over there, is there like a lock on the door or anything?
I would say there is. Yeah, there's a lock on the door.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and make sure that's locked right behind us.
Give me an investigation check to try and find the keys.
Oh wow. It's another natural 20 tonight. Let's
What's
see.
the total?
26.
26. Okay. So it is fairly quick for you to find them. It does take a little bit of time. But you close the door, grab the keys off of one of the dead staff members, I guess you could say, that are here on the ground, and you click the door closed and have this little key ring on it with a couple things. For the 3 of you who stayed there, if you, I guess, what are you doing here, Milo? If you're stopping before the illusion magic started, then things are just normal. But I'll ask how you're proceeding.
Before I move forward, I'd check in with Silcine.
Mm-hmm. She would say, they've realized they cannot hurt me. They are standing prepared on the other side of the door, waiting for you.
Like right on the other side of the door? Like we need to be ready as soon as we open this door up? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay.
2 of them have crossbows trained. 1 is ready to cast a spell, as is your friend, Ekmos.
I'm going to relay that to the group. And then I am going to slowly start to move my way forward to feel through the illusion.
Okay. As you slowly move your way forward, your foot kind of falls down just a little bit. I'll actually give me a dexterity saving throw here. Not a high DC. It's an 8, but you need to make it.
Oh, well, watch this. It's a saving throw, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, never mind then. I got that. 16.
16, plenty fine. You catch yourself and move on to a step. And as you step on it, the illusion kind of disappears, almost like if just moving through it triggers it to turn off. And you see a stone staircase made of the same smooth stone. You wouldn't recognize it, Milo, but Breck and Johnny would, and Breck and Grimm would. And there is at the bottom of the stairs, a doorway into the next room with a blood red barrier between the stairway and that room.
Do I see this too now?
Yeah, I would say everybody sees this now.
Yeah, that hurts when we go through it. That's what knocked me out the first time. We either got to find a way around it or to dispel it.
I don't think I have enough energy left to dispel anything right now. Anybody got any ideas on how to get through?
I didn't succeed the first time, so that would be a no on me.
Grim, roll me a perception check.
Stand by. 21.
21. The necklace is moving quicker again.
What does that mean? Like the closer I get to the curtain?
I would say it doesn't move at a variable rate. Oh, depending on your distance, it is just moving faster than it normally does overall.
I will. What am I supposed to do? Milo, are you seeing this? Look at this. It's moving faster, and I don't know what to do.
Would I be able to gain any insights from that?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check because you've helped him out before with this necklace specifically. Yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana check, Milo.
It's gonna be a
You said it
12.
was, oops.
So what was that? That was a 12 was the result?
Yeah, 12 on the dice.
Okay. And what was the question? The other question?
I was gonna say, did you say there was some other things on this key ring?
There's other keys. Yeah.
Okay.
So with a 12, man, Milo, hard to say. What you know about this necklace is that magic doesn't seem to affect it. Like it doesn't show as exist. Like you can physically see the effects of magic on it, but it is not. It is not being affected by the identify spell, by even stronger magic that you guys have been told has been used on it. So with a 12, that's probably what you get. Depending on what Grim shares about it. Grim, would you have shared with Milo your discussion back in the jungle?
I think I did. On the unless I didn't. Yeah, I probably would have, because I've been keeping Breck and Milo pretty in the loop as far as like what the necklace was. I mean,
you guys had weeks of travel, so if you say you would have told them, that's fine with me. If that's the case, Milo, I'm going to give you another one. As Voodoo represented advantage, we already had the result, but if that's the case, I will give an advantage roll to give you another Arcana try.
21.
21 is going to be better. Okay, with a DC 20. And remembering, so you kind of think back on what you knew about it before, and then what Grim had told you, that the figure that you guys had saved before in the jungle had mentioned that it might be itself. If I remember correctly, the term he used is that it was a key in itself, and that you just had to find the right type of lock for it.
Johnny, do you think that this might be the right type of lock? Well, go up and rub it on the shield thing.
Rub it on the curtain. Yeah, I guess I could give it a shot. I will like hold it out in my hand and
describe how you're doing it here. Are you trying to make sure that just the necklace touches it and not your hand, or are you okay putting your hand through too?
Just from personal experience, maybe not your hand.
Yeah, I think I'll just do one of these, or I'll just start swinging it and just move it. Yeah.
Okay. If you're doing it that way, the DC is going to be super low for the sleight of hand check to make sure your hand doesn't hit. So you're just looking for an 8 again. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, that is high. That is going to be a 31.
31, nearly impossible again for what D&D says about above a 30. So you like take it and you swing it very well. You do it just a little bit at first because you don't want to damage it. So just the corner doesn't seem to have any effect. You go a little further each time. By the end, you're swinging the whole thing in with the chain past the barrier.
What does it do? Like, how am I gonna do this?
So I will say, and at this point, you guys, it's you can't see through the barrier, but Silcine has told you guys that there are people on the other side of the barrier. So how long, I guess, are you doing that?
I think it's just like I'm not doing it long, like quick, like things, and then seeing that the necklace doesn't get destroyed, I will
Can
then
I do
like,
something while he's doing that?
Sure.
I'm gonna go grab one of those bodies
Okay.
and see if that does anything. Like, what effect this curtain has on the bodies of the guys we just killed.
Sure. So you grab a body, you throw it through, and as the body passes through, you can see once it goes through to the. Actually, you can't see to the other side. But if you're putting it through and then pulling it back to see what the effect is, you pull back a body part that has the flesh rotting off of it, dealing necrotic damage. Quite a bit.
Well, I'm out of ideas, guys. I was really hoping that would do something.
Well, obviously the necklace does something. I just got to figure it out. But if there is, we know there's an attack waiting for us on the other side, right? You communicated that.
That is what?
Did Milo communicated there was they were waiting for us, right?
Oh yeah, they're waiting for us on the other side.
Is there?
I guess Silseen's just watching them do
Is
that,
there
but
a way anyone can make me invisible?
I
can, like, we can still go in. Obviously, I feel like there's only one way in, but I can kind of wait, bide my time, and I could swoop in while I'm invisible and try and snatch the mask off of Ekamos, and hopefully that works.
I can make you invisible, actually.
If that's a go for.
Silseen, is there any other apparent entry into the basement that you can see?
She says there's another door, but it looks to be more to a storage room, not to another space. Beyond that, there's nothing besides the chimney.
What are the walls made of?
If we're playing telephone, I'll just assume that we're doing back and forth. She'd say smooth stone.
Can you see Ekamos?
Yes.
So I can technically, I think I could just pull the same thing that we did with Grim and get him up here and leave them down there.
There's a save involved for people who aren't willing, right?
Yes.
Okay. And how many castings through Silseen do you still have? Too?
I have 2 more.
2 more. Okay, got it. All right. The answer is you can certainly try. So I will tell you, Kev.
Milo's like shrugging towards the group. if that's something you guys want to try.
Now, I will say this. I having given the map that I set up for the basement area a second look, I was a little too generous with the 60 feet. It kind of seems like 60 feet is the limit you can do that with. Am I reading that right, Milo? That 60 feet is the limit for being able to cast that way?
60 feet for Vortex Warp is a 90-foot.
Well, but for how far you can be to cast through your Manifest Mind.
Oh, that's a good question.
Cool. Well, I guess moral of the story: if 60 feet's the limit, you got a little bit of a boost on that one. If not, then that's totally okay too. We'll play it through this way right now. Let's do some Order of the Scribes homework this week on figuring out some of these rules and get them set so we have it out of game established. But we'll just roll with how we're doing it today, and you're well within 60 feet now either way. So we'll go from there. But if you want to try that, you're absolutely welcome to try it.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Is that something that you guys want to position ourselves in the middle of the floor here and then try and move him up between us all?
Yeah, that would probably help. We would just have to be quick as soon as, if it works, take the
Jump
mask
his
off.
ass.
Yeah, freaking bamboozle him.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the center of the room, and Silseen, if you want to try and I'm gonna channel the magic through you.
Okay.
Everybody
So,
surround that area.
I'm going to move her over to the map here for that.
So I stepped away for just a second. So I'm getting that you're gonna teleport Ekamos to us.
He's gonna try to. He's gonna try and teleport Ekamos into the middle of the room that we're in, and we're gonna jump him and take the mask off, and hopefully it works. But
Okay, so I'll hold the
save.
action then. I'm gonna hold the second charge on that the Dawnfather's Grace.
Okay, got it. Okay, so here we go. Milo, you go up and do the vortex warp. As that happens, Ekamos is going to burn his last 4th level spell to counterspell it.
All right.
And Celcine would relay that back.
Clever Ekimos.
Now, that's still big to burn that spell slot. And if I'm doing my math correctly, you at least have one more chance to do that.
I do have one more chance, so I'm going to immediately repeat and try and almost like pumping another wave of the same magic in to overcome the counter spell, almost like flavor-wise.
Yeah. Love it. Okay, cool. So this is going to be what save?
It's a Constitution save of 16.
Okay. It's not against disease. It's not against being poisoned. So he doesn't have that great. He's your guy's ally. You kind of would already know about him anyways. He has a +2 to his con. So we'll see what he gets on the dice to resist the save here. This is going to be big. Oh, off the box. It's a 13 + 2. It's a 15.
Floop.
It is under by 1. He has no other reactions to use because his counterspell has been used up. So on the stairs, Ekamos appears in front of you guys. And with that, we got to roll initiative. That's it. We just got to roll initiative. It's time. There's an enemy combatant in front of you. I need initiative. Yeah, let's do it. And I'm going to change the vibe up too.
3
Am
again.
I able to use that hold action?
For Dawnfather's Grace, yes, you did say you were going to hold it, so I'm going to make that roll, right? What's the save for, remind me?
That's a 16 wisdom.
16 wisdom. Okay, he's really good at wisdom saves. He's got a +9.
Natural 1.
It's a 15 again, 6 + 9. So that changes things a little bit, actually. Hold on. The duration is 1 minute. So I'm going to avoid initiative for now. You guys have 6 seconds until he makes the save against hold person again. What are you doing?
Taking off his mask.
I'm gonna rip them. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll rip it off.
Yeah, so you guys both reach down, you guys grab it off. You see that same like viscera, like gore coming off on the mask, like his skin has melted to it, and you throw the mask down onto the ground. Milo and Breck, what are you guys doing? If Johnny I keep calling you Johnny. If Grim and Varric are doing that, then what are you two doing?
I am going to attempt to restrain Ekamos.
Okay, I'll just say you have him grappled because he is currently incapacitated. And Milo, doing
I
anything?
think I'm gonna kind of hold an action for if anybody comes around the stairway.
Okay.
Through the illusion.
Oh, through the illusion. Okay, and what are you holding?
Magic missiles.
Okay, got it.
You said the mask was on the ground.
Yes.
Milo,
Now
can you
hold-
throw that
oh.
in your bag?
Yeah, I can grab that.
Okay.
I'm gonna mage hand that into the bag though. I don't want to directly touch it.
Okay. And then also, Milo, if you're holding a spell, that's going to drop concentration on Celcine.
Yeah. So she's already pumped the last of her. That spell is down. So that's
Okay.
No more melfs.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there's no concentration on that anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here is the next wisdom saving throw. That's a natural 1. So you guys have 6 seconds again. Although I would say you guys hear footsteps moving towards the stairwell that you're in from the basement.
Can I hide? I'm just gonna slink.
There's nothing to hide behind.
Oh, God.
There's nothing to hide
There's like a
behind.
counter, right?
There's what?
There's like a counter in the middle of the thing, right? Can we take
Oh, you can
cover
hide back
behind
up on the first floor, but in the stairwell where you guys are now,
Okay.
there's nowhere to hide. Yeah. Yeah, Graham, if you want to
back?
run back up, you can hide up there. Sure.
I'm gonna be out of sight.
Do
I'm
we
just
want to
gonna
make our way back up there?
Sure.
I kind of do.
Yeah, let's go. Pick him up and go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're gonna, yeah.
All right. So Breck, you kind of hold him, lifting him while still grappling him. He's light as a corpse. He's not heavy, so it doesn't take much effort to get him up. You guys
Perfect.
get him to
I was
the
gonna
top.
say if it's not hard to carry him, I'm just gonna carry him up.
Okay, got it. We'll call it a grapple carry. You guys get to the top, get him to over the bar. The next save is going to be a 24 total. So Ekamos would wake up again then at that point. With his mask off and not being in the basement, however, he is kind of looking around and not taking any action against you guys. He's just looking confused.
Hey, dead guy. Sun's getting real low. Coming back down now.
His eyes are open, kind of almost in a horrified fashion, and doesn't make any response. But he's not moving against you guys either. He does. I will say that the one thing that does come from his mouth is he whispers, "She's here. She's here."
I'll pop a divine sense.
Okay. Where are you at? Did you go back up to the top?
Yeah, I'd be with everyone.
Okay, so what's the range on Divine Sense?
It's 60 feet, I believe.
Okay.
As an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. Against anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
You look back towards the basement. You see through whatever's there, and you see this, I would say, 11-foot tall figure with divine sense. 11-foot tall figure dripping with a blood red gown that is just kind of coming off of her. Eyes completely red. A crazed look with sharp teeth and long nails. Each of the nails is probably the length of your arm at this point. And as you trigger that divine sense, she looks up to you with a very toothy fanged smile, and you can actually hear her say, "More blood for the ritual. They're coming for you." And you can see with divine sense that blood magic that formed the barrier drops, and you start to see figures moving up the staircase.
Oh wow, guys! Yeah, I just saw her. Not a good look.
I wanna see?
friends are on the way upstairs. Yeah,
Do I want to
don't
see?
know if you want
I
to.
saw what you did. I can do it too. Is it worth seeing?
It's an experience. I'll say that.
Ooh. Is it
Doing
like
it?
the mushroom experience? I'm doing it. Popping
Doing
it.
it?
Divine
Okay.
sense.
Okay. Well,
Oh, I don't like that.
let me actually drop in Discord.
One sweet sounds
Just
lovely.
stare right at her. Ooh, I should have done that.
So this is kind of the figure you see. You see the blood, a halo, except there are very sharp fanged teeth, 10 to 11 feet tall, just staring at you through the divine sense.
Solid.
Oh,
Somehow I'm not that scared anymore.
Yeah, so are we feeling like this is a run situation? Just saying, I don't feel safe here with him and that.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do here. I've already, I'm running on fumes, but this is kind of out of my area of expertise.
I mean, yeah, we don't have to stay. He seems to be stable for now.
We just run. Where do we run to?
My first, stop would probably be the League of Miracles.
Each of you guys roll a d6, please.
For Grim.
5 as
That's
well
a
for me.
3.
So 5, 5, 3, 3. And then Breck and Varric roll again.
That's another 3.
I got a 2.
2. Okay. So Varric, a scorching ray comes out at you. And that is a 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Milo, one comes at you with a 23 to hit.
Oh, that definitely hits.
And then Grim, one comes at you with a 10 to hit.
Miss. Oh, thank God.
Okay, so Milo, you're going to take 10 fire damage. If you guys are staying down here and wanting to fight, then we're going to need initiative. Otherwise, it's time to run.
I think it's time to boogie.
Okay.
Run away.
Door's locked. Varric, you pull out the key, quickly put it in, open it, push out. Now there's a crowd gathered around the shop of probably about 20 or so people. And about, I would say, 200 to 250 feet away, coming closer, looks like 2 of the Iman guard.
Are we waving down the guards?
So we're all outside the door, correct?
Yeah, we'll say you guys got out or outside of the door currently. Yeah.
Damn it! I'm just gonna lock up real quick.
Just close it, lock up real quick. Okay. Sure. Yeah, sure.
Just look at everyone around us, be like, "You don't want to go in there."
Okay. I mean, I guess in that sense, everybody's kind of looking surprised at you guys. One of you carrying what looks like a corpse over your shoulder, and the other 3 of you, one of you kind of patting out flames, and one of you very hurt. Are you guys telling anything to the crowd or anything at this point?
Oh, this guy's not dead. He's alive.
Okay.
Just kind of like gently slap his face a little bit. He's good. He's good to go.
Okay.
He looks like it. I know he looks like it. It's pretty fucked up looking, to be honest. He's not wearing his mask right now.
He was in an accident. Don't judge him.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Ekamos. I didn't mean it like that. Anyway, he looks pretty fucked up. So
Just tell the crowd he was a burn victim. Why are you judging?
Okay. Are you guys still running while you pass on this message?
Oh, are we still running? Or are we locking up? I mean,
Well, you locked up. Are you continuing to run after that, or just locking up, walking out, and then starting to talk to the crowd? I guess that's what I'm asking.
We should keep moving, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
the guards are
we-
definitely
guys.
So
We're just gonna keep moving.
I think keep moving.
You do hear a couple murmurs. Oh, what's going on? Is there danger? What's going on?
Danger! You should stay away from that house.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
I
say
told
we
him
should
that's
run. Run!
Everybody run!
And then the guards start running towards you guys, towards that direction. You guys are faster than the guards currently. I would say at the pace you're going, if you're running away. You hear behind you the door kind of being broken open. You hear wood splintering, and the guards turning their attention to the house, seeing what's going on there. Are you guys continuing to just run?
shouldn't we warn them? Should we warn the guards?
They got it handled. They'll be all right.
I came outside the door, man, and said, "Don't go inside." That was the warning.
The people ran away. Absolutely. The crowd ran away. There's also now a little bit of chaos. You guys are now running through streets with other people who are running and screaming at others to run too.
Yeah, they saw a whole bunch of people run away from a building and chose to go in it. That's their decision.
Oh man, so we're really just gonna leave them, huh? Okay, I guess.
Do you want round two,
Onward.
Grim?
You don't want me to leave? You don't want me to leave him, man? I'll go back.
No, we're good. We're going. You're right. You're right. We're going.
Okay. So you guys are running. Everybody give me a DC 10, not super hard, dex check, just a straight check to not get tripped up in the crowd you have created running away.
It's a 9 for Milo.
That's an 8.
I got a 14 for Grim.
Okay.
I got a 12.
feel like at least a little fittingly, Varric and Milo, you guys fall prone. You guys have now created a little bit of chaos here in the market district, enough to push over Varric and Milo in a crowd moving away. We'll say that you guys currently are about 120 feet away from the house, moving in another direction. Grim and Breck, you're moving faster. You guys see Milo and Varric fall. You can slow down yourselves to help pick them up or keep moving forward. I'll let you guys choose how it goes.
Fuck, Varric, don't slow down. Don't look back. Keep going.
Yeah, can I just like get up instead of like stiff arming people? Can I use strength?
That will be a little bit more aggressive, but that's fine. Yeah, so go ahead and roll me a strength check. Milo, you can give me another dexterity or strength check, depending on what you'd like to use.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow suit behind the linebacker.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You start pushing people. You do knock over some people, and without much regard for who they are or what they're doing. Roll actually. I want to roll for this. You knock over 3 people pretty fucking hard. One, just one who you do see a little bit of blood. Not like grave injuries, but like you knocked him over and like they, fucking smashed their nose and might have broken it.
White chicks when he's trying to go to the bathroom. He's like, boom.
So yeah, I guess the question is, where are you guys headed? You do hear some noise behind you, but you're far enough away, it's hard to tell.
So upon doing that and knocking people over, are they like yelling for guards or like pointing me out or anything?
Not really. No, it's chaos. You guys have created a little bit of a not a stampede, that's not the right word, but a little bit of a mob running away.
Okay.
But nobody's pointing you out. Nobody's like, hey, this guy pushed me. Like, everybody's pushing everybody and trying to get to safety.
Yeah, I guess we're still making our way there. We're trying to catch up to the other two.
Okay, got it. All right, so with Breck and Milo taking the lead, where are you two going? Where are you leading the group?
I'm just gonna full sprint back to the dinner party, I guess, that we were at.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I guess what I'll ask here at this point is, are you guys going from moving fast to moving discreetly at any point, or are you just all going full bore running back to the Hall of Miracles?
I will start moving discreetly when I get away from the big ass crowd.
Okay, got it. Okay. So heading towards the Hall of Wonders, if I call it the right thing here. I would say, given the pace you guys are going back up to the Cloud Top District, let me roll about a little bit here. Do you put Ekamos down at any point, or are you carrying him over your shoulder the whole time?
No, I'm carrying him the whole time.
Carrying him. Okay, got it. Moving in from the Market District to the Cloud Top District, you do run into 2 more Iman guards. They do question you about why you're carrying something that looks like a corpse into the Cloud Top District.
He's not dead. He just looks like that.
Right, but you are carrying him through. What is going on? Does he need medical attention?
No, he's just my friend. He had a bad day.
Go ahead and roll a deception check for me.
No, that's good. He's just going through
it. Oh, that's a 17.
A 17. Man, I rolled a 5 on the dice. My dice hate me today, you guys. 5 on the dice. He goes, fair enough. I've been there. Fucking sucks. Way to be a good friend, and gives you a clap on the back. Way to be a good friend. Let him pass.
Oh, yeah, man. We always need a friend to carry us through it sometimes,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And they kind of both give a nod like, yeah, this guy's fucking awesome. And they let you pass. And you guys continue moving another 10 minutes, and you get into the Hall of Wonder. And I'm going to change up the vibe here because you now enter in to the familiar area, a very arcane feeling hall, one with moving staircases and very unique furniture and just general setting that is very magically enchanted. But you guys return, and nobody seems to be chasing behind you or anything like that.
did it.
Well, guys, I have a blacksmithing class to go to, so
Are we gonna like?
You want to carry this guy with you, or should I just keep carrying him around with me?
What's the opposite of inspiration?
do you have those manacles still?
What was that question?
So do we still have those manacles that we just always just end up using?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Oh,
you
we
guys
should
do
have.
still have them. Yeah.
Should we
we feel like
go
we
to
need
one of the
to use it
bedrooms
again?
first?
I mean, should we just ask him how he's
Yeah.
feeling first? Before slapping some manacles on him real quick.
I'm gonna get him ready.
Hey, buddy, I need you to wear these for me if you don't mind.
He's still pretty. I'll be honest, you guys. And for reasons of not taking away player agency for his response and for what he has been through over the last like hour, he has kind of 1,000-yard stare.
Cool. I feel like he's gonna be like that for a little bit, so maybe we should find like a quiet spot to just let him sit there and do that.
Maybe they have like a room we could just throw him in for a little bit.
You guys got your rooms.
We
to
have
be
all
fair.
of our rooms, yeah.
Yeah, you guys got your rooms.
Do we have ways to secure these rooms?
Yeah, you guys already were shown to him. Oh, I see. Ways to secure. I see. You guys weren't told about any locks or keys or anything, but you could inquire if you were trying to. Everything was pretty nice generally, but this is also a lot of arcane users, so they might expect that people have their own ways of securing.
We could say he's a really bad sleepwalker, and we just want to make sure he doesn't wander off. So just lock the room.
Yeah, you could say that if you want.
Okay. Is there like a guest services or something?
All of our
Go to
rooms
the-
are like close together, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And we know it. Kind of know where Ekimos' room would be then.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Figure we just walk him back over there.
Yeah, I'll find like nice customer service desk, with guest services. Looking as shitty as I am, half past dead. Look at him and go, look, me and my friend were a little too hard in the paint tonight. And he, on top of that, has a really bad case of sleepwalking. Is there a way that I can have his room secured so he doesn't wander tonight?
Before I give the response from the well, first off, I love how you assume there's a customer service desk here. I would say give me an investigation check to see who you say that to, who looks like the most appropriate for you to say that to.
Investigation.
Yeah.
18 plus 6.
Random person.
18 plus 6, 24. So super good. Okay, got it. So you do see someone who's standing there looking like they're ready to tell people where things are, like they're there for information, kind of an attendant. There are other people here. You do catch that Honor is talking to somebody whose back is turned to you, maybe 30 feet off of where you meet up with this information person. The person that you're speaking to is a bald-headed half-orc, still wearing like more arcane robes or wizard's robes, mage's robes. They have a staff that they're holding, but look ready to receive questions. And when you ask that, he says, he gives a response of locks for each of the rooms can be provided, or rather keys for the locks of each of the rooms can be provided. We'll have them delivered. Just know that any damages incurred will be directly billed to anybody who is staying as a guest of the Hall of Wonders.
That's fine. That's okay. That's great. You've been great. You're great. Thank you.
And I have a question for you. When you were working for the Promise, and if you don't want to share this with the group, that's okay. But I think given the situation, I think it might come out anyways. But when you were working for the Promise, what name did you go by?
Sorry, my internet cut out for like as soon as you said I have a question for you. So what was your question?
When you were working with the Promise, what name did you go by?
I don't really like, I definitely did not go by Johnny Grimm because that was
Right.
the name Nora gave me. So I'm not gonna lie to you, no idea.
Okay, then give me just a moment here.
Not a name.
Fantasy name generator.
Man, remember that negative inspiration I gave you earlier? It's back now. It's evened out because you knew exactly what I was doing.
Kind of
You
hope
knew
it's something
exactly.
super ridiculous, like Lars Dusseldorf or something like that.
We'll give it a little more weight than that. So for you, I would say
Jake Sully, right?
Yeah, Jake Sully. There you go. That's a callback right there.
Mike Wazowski. That's what I went by.
So Isidore would have been the name you went by. Isidore, Isidor, Isidore.
Fantastic. Okay.
And at that moment when you are speaking with this person asking about the keys for your door, you feel a hand on your shoulder and you hear the name Isidore. Of all the places to see you again.
Is it who I think
And
it is?
he pulls back just a bit and you turn to see the face that you recognize from your time in there, Stolver Alpenbone. And just to give a vibe of what he looks like, his hood is down currently, but this is just his kind of general aesthetic. Here, I'm going to drop that for you guys. Hood down, but this is the vibe he gives off.
I hate him. He's mean. Damn, he really recognized me that fucking fast. God, I should.
You guys came in pretty hot.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna say, "I'm sorry. Do I know you?"
Oh, roll a deception check for that.
So that is going to be a. Come on, Rogue, don't let me down. 25 total. 19 plus 6.
Okay. My dice are trying to tell a specific story today, so he's going to answer in a very sincere way. You don't remember? We've been so worried about you. We've been trying to track you down and find out if you're safe.
I'm sorry. I think you might have me mistaken for somebody else.
I'm sure I don't. I would never, ever forget your face.
Maybe I just have one of those faces.
Maybe you do, but I remember our time very well. It's a shame you don't remember yourself. I can understand those who want to forget hard times.
Well, I'm sorry if my face is bringing up any bad memories for you, or if I remind you of someone that you think that I am, but it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. My name is Johnny, and I'll hold up my hand.
And he will grab it back and give a very hearty handshake.
I'll pull him in close and whisper in his ear, I remember everything. And then I'll pull back.
Before you pull back, he says, well, the dice are trying to tell a story. So he says instead, you see just a little bit of a smirk on the corner of his mouth and says, that's very good. A pleasure to meet your acquaintance as well. You'll have to introduce me to your friends sometime. I'm one of the few left without a party to compete with. Perhaps if you have your memory jogged, we can discuss new arrangement.
Well, with all due respect, as much as I appreciate the offer, but we're going to go in another direction. So I bid you luck with finding a new crew. But I think it's best that our paths diverge from here on out.
What was that last part?
I think it's best that our paths kind of separate for now. But I'm sure I'll see you around.
I think you know, Johnny, that destiny weaves its own web. And he turns and walks off.
I will go back to the group and say, cat's out of the bag. We need to go now. Like, I think we may have to like set this meeting up right now, like this very instant.
Why?
Did you get the locks?
You have one job. Go get some locks, and you come back doom and gloom.
Did I get the locks by any chance?
They were going to be delivered. The keys, the locks are already on the door. The keys are going to be delivered. Yeah.
Look, they're gonna bring us the keys. That's not important. He noticed me. He recognized me immediately because we came in like bats out of hell.
That's how we roll.
And you guys, the rest of you three, even with passive insights, you can tell. I would say Grim is fair to say you're pretty anxious, pretty nervous currently.
Yeah, 100%. Like
He's
this was
pretty
the
nervous.
one thing I wanted to avoid at all costs. Like the major part of the plan was for me to stay hidden, and that's out the window. So
at the same time, nobody has really seen any sign of danger besides Johnny's nervousness.
Did you explain that all to us, or did like what your encounter with him?
yeah, I'll tell you. Like, I'll just explain. Like immediately when I went up to the table, he knew who I was. There was no chance of me trying to hide it. Like he recognized me immediately, which means now the guild knows that I'm here. This is really, really bad.
Were
He
you
did
wearing,
offer
like, disguise, or were you stealthy?
Well, no. I didn't know he would be here.
So, guys, this is this guy that I need to avoid, but I'm just gonna keep on doing my thing.
I didn't know we were coming to this building. I thought we were going somewhere else.
Yeah, you guys told me where you're going. I'm like, cool, all right. I got stuff set up. We'll make it work.
I didn't know we were going.
And didn't ask no questions. He just ran.
I got distracted by Varric bulldozing people, and I was like, well, I guess this is where we're going.
I saw that old person hit the ground, and I just lost all sense. I don't want to get shoved.
Yeah, we gotta meet this person like immediately. He did offer he wants to talk, but this is really bad. This is just bad. This is like the worst case scenario that could have happened just happened.
So what's the worst thing we can do? Meet with him or not meet?
The worst thing we could do is meet with him. That's just maybe I'm
It
just
sounds like in your guys' relationship, you're the one not willing to compromise here.
Oh, man.
You know what? You're right. Let's compromise a bunch of rapists and murderers. How about that? Let's go ahead and
Just going on, like, I'm gonna get back to my friends. They're gonna make everything better.
I mean, to a certain extent, we do still need a benefactor to participate in the party of parties. Do you think it would be shrewd of us to keep our enemies as close as this might get?
You want to get in bed with the promise of the Might Guild. That's really what you're suggesting. Like that's something you want to do. Like you're willing.
It kind of sounds like we're gonna get involved with them regardless.
I thought the whole
So-
idea was to like try and find people to go against them now that we know they're involved, instead of joining with them. Because if we join with him, if we talk to him and we join with him, that pretty much burns any other bridges of us making any other allies. Can we talk about this somewhere else, please? We're standing in the middle of a lobby of a premier inn.
Yeah, have
Let's
those,
go make
have
sure
those-
that these keys and locks work. And start to like guide Ekimos's limp body to his room.
Sure. He follows like a shambling corpse. Goes into his room and just kind of sits at the edge of the bed, kind of in a kind of state of shock.
Gonna hand these to you as I pull out the manacles and hand them over to Varric. Just do whatever you're gonna do with those.
I mean, if we're gonna lock the door, then do we? Is there another way out of this room? Like, is there like a
Just
big
one
window?
door only. Yeah, one door only. I would say there would be windows at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and slap him on then.
Okay. He doesn't resist.
Good. No, I'm just kidding. I'll shove you too.
Yeah, I mean, so yes, I think maybe getting close to this guy and maybe getting some information or watching him might give us some sort of edge that we need to make alliances with who we need to make alliances with. Because there's few
that
other
was-
people part of that. Yeah.
Before I got fucking caught, like I was gonna keep tabs on him.
Well,
But
he
we
knows you're
can't.
here now.
Yeah.
So he's going to be following you, hunting you, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna hunt you, it's better to just have him right next to you, right?
No, it's not. It's not better at all.
Guess we could always go with honor.
Well, I don't think this guy's a sponsor, right? He's just looking for a team to fight with.
No, sorry. I use a little bit of kind of bad vocabulary.
No,
He's not
he is
fighting
one.
with. He would be one of the spell rights who needs a team
Yeah.
to sponsor. Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could always see how Honor feels about him.
Yeah, I think we should probably have this meeting sooner rather than later, though. Because I would rather tell her directly the involvement I've had beforehand than her find out before and by somebody else or by him directly, and it just turns into a mess. At least see if she even knows who the fucking guild is, or if she's had any dealings with them in the past. How deep this fucking hole goes.
How much do we know about her?
Honor? I would say old Thunder Drake had given you guys a little bit of information about her, just a general idea. She's newer to the League of Miracles. She's pretty powerful. She's a blood mage, but she's not near, the power of some of the more experienced spell rights in the League of Miracles. Also, we're told from Thunder Drake, the Arcana Pontifical really had an idea that she was very honorable, and if the League of Miracles is doing more nefarious things, she would probably be against that if she found that out.
I mean, she might also be able to help us with our zombie situation. If she
still-
doesn't, who to go to?
My vote still goes for honor. I do not want to be in bed again with this freaking tool.
I am cool with either one, but I think we could get some information out of Honor, especially dealing with Ekimos. I really don't want to have to, do something.
I agree. I think honor is the way to go for sure.
Wonder where her office is. Shall we go and talk to her then.
Grim had just recently seen her down in the lobby area talking to someone. So she's
Oh, how convenient.
bound to be quite close.
Yeah, she's right there.
Let's try and
you guys.
backtrack over there without getting seen by the other guy.
Who knows? Maybe she's trying to get a key too.
Maybe they're already talking.
Easy enough. I won't make you guys roll an investigation check to find her. Within 5 minutes, a walk back to the main area in the Hall of Wonders. You see her down in her very stark white, red, and black, mostly white, kind of dwarven style clothing with her ivory colored staff.
I guess I'll just walk up to her.
She gives a nod. Hello.
Honor, it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I know it's late and timing isn't that great, but I think we need to speak to you about some very important matters, and I think it's a conversation that you would want to have. Obviously, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I would insist.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. This is going to be kind of a tiered roll for how your results play out.
Persuasion. Oh, that is not that great. 16 total.
16 total. Okay. So she says, certainly, I can procure a meeting room for us. And you see her eyes go kind of a red color, and she speaks some words about taking a meeting room, and begins to walk off towards it with you guys in tow. A little bit further away than the rooms where you guys are staying in, but she takes you in there. It is a very nice table. This is the most expensive, one of the premier master craftsmen in Amman crafted this table. There's drinks on a side table, different varieties, and food in here as well. Just basic food, but for just a meeting room, there's a surprising amount of refreshments as well. And she just kind of gestures you all, come, sit. And what do you have to speak with me about? I don't see your Pithmaster here. In discussing some of the infrastructure for the wall, we might need him to be here if that is what you are aiming to do.
I mean, that's definitely one conversation, but I think that can come a little later. As you know, I know we were looking to sponsor a group, and we were looking to set up meetings with those who still needed to acquire those teams, but you came highly recommended to go to first among the others. And I think it's only fair that in order for you to pick somebody, in order to put your trust in a sponsorship like that, it's only fair that we come clean as well. And by we, I mean me, of who you would be dealing with. How much do you know about Stover, and how many run-ins have you had with him?
He's rather stoic. I've had quite a few in my years here overall. I know a few things about him, but we don't exactly keep social hours together.
How secure is this room?
She will do a quick cast or hard cast of Detect Magic and look around. Says secure enough.
Should I just lay it all out on the table? Just freaking let her have it, or what? Unless you have questions to ask yourself.
I mean, if we have 10 minutes or so to spare, I would like to cast Find Speed.
You're asking her if you could do that?
No.
Okay.
You.
I mean, if you're trying to sit down and start casting Find Seed, you could do that. She'll probably ask, "What are you doing? What are you casting?"
I'm just summoning my dog.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you don't have like any tea with him and anything cool. So you guys aren't that close. What do you know about the Promise of the Might Guild?
His little club.
Sure. What do you know about his little club?
Almost nothing. He takes vacations, often does little meetings, and they say they're doing charitable work. There's like 10 of them.
Who are the 10? You mean
I don't know
most-
specifically. I don't know their names. He hasn't shared those. He has been open about the name. I've heard the name, The Promise of the Night, before. But everything I know of it is a social club. A chance for a few old friends together.
What's your end goal here? Other than sponsoring a team, your team wins. Like what do you really want out of this?
What I'd really like is for a bit of a straight talk from you here. Not to be curt, but I'm a little bit confused by this seemingly urgent discussion. You guys have been here a few hours, and you're now all covered in blood and asking about my connections with other spellwrights.
Look, you have every right to be a little weary putting your trust in anybody or putting your faith in anybody. I understand. But I need you to understand how important this conversation is and how important the information you're about to receive is. Because if what we've been told about you is true, then I believe you're one of the few that could help us going forward. And I am trusting you with this information that I've barely told anybody. So all I need from you is to at least listen, keep an open mind about what I'm about to tell you. Because I've had many run-ins with Stover in the past. And everything you know, or what you do know, little you do know about the Promise of the Night Guild, isn't accurate at all. Because it isn't just charity work. It isn't just people getting together at a freaking club every now and then just to pop champagne and talk about how rich they are. These are one of the most influential and powerful people that I've ever had run-ins with. And they had their claws in me when I was a child and made me do the worst things imaginable for years because I truly thought what they were doing was for the betterment of the world. If you look back centuries and you see all these kings and queens and famous political figures and whatnot, 9 times out of 10, it's because the guild put them there. And it's not just charity work that they're doing. They're planting their claws in everyone and anyone that will get them money and power. And that includes murder, that includes torture, that includes trafficking, that includes any terrible thing that you could possibly think of. And I know it firsthand because I helped with that for many years. Until I stopped. The original plan coming here was to stay hidden as soon as I heard Stover was here. But unfortunately, as you can see, we came in pretty loud after events didn't really pan out for us tonight, and that plan has essentially gone out the window. The Promise of the Might Guild is probably one of the most evil organizations I've ever heard of and I've ever been a part of. And there's a reason why I left. Really just need your help. because this is going deeper than I thought it would ever turn into.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
So whenever the 10 minutes go up, I'm gonna cast invisibility on Nara in her dog form and send her to like patrol around the room to make sure nobody's listening in on us.
Okay. Not 10 minutes yet. Not even close.
Yeah. Yep.
Persuasion. You said persuasion, right?
Mhm.
Okay. 18, 19.
19. Okay. She kind of gives you a look. Grim?
Yep.
I guess I'll ask. Did you offer your name to her? Did you tell her your name at any point?
Not
you were here
yet,
first. No. Okay. She'll ask then. And your name is?
Johnny. Johnny Green.
And you are a part of this group?
Of this one? Yes.
I see. And how
Of
old
them?
are you? How old are you, Johnny?
I was told I was found when I was 4. So if my math is correct, that would put me at around 26.
I see.
But I don't know for certain.
You are offering some very aspirational pieces of history for somebody to have controlled as a group. I am sympathetic to the idea that members of the League may be having their own side projects. But you are quite young. Surely your actions and what you have done with them cannot speak to the entirety of history. You have made very, very bold claims. Claims that I would be interested in following up in. But that I have a very hard time trusting the veracity of. Wholesale, from somebody I've known for about 5 minutes. I appreciate that these are things you may have been told when doing illicit or illegal things as motivation towards the power that you might be gaining or creating for those you worked for. But there are other very powerful forces that work in this world. It would be very surprising to learn that one organization was so in control of so many things. That being said, you have my attention. If there are things that you know and have hard evidence for that the League is doing that are illicit, that are against what the League and the greater Republic of Taldore would be against, or that they're working against those things, I would be very interested in that knowledge. And I appreciate your experiences that you have shared. But I think it will take a bit more than just your word here in this room.
How much do I know about this particular area's like history and stuff? Like, do I know anything about like the past events, like the Conclave or the Briarwoods or anything?
Go ahead and roll a history check. We'll do a Taldore history check.
And on that same note, Josh, would I have any, like, at least when I was in, like, notable figures or notable events that happened because of the direct involvement that I might have been in that I could use as, like, examples per se? We don't have to go, like, too much detail, but
yeah, totally. So what I was going to do, because we're getting close to the end here, what I was going to do after this is start getting with you on those specifics. Because those will be important for moving forward for the rest on what you have. Because, and I'll just give you a little bit beforehand, just a little bit of idea, is as she's saying this, you are realizing you don't have evidence for most of the things that they claimed that they were doing across history. You do have some evidence that they do have very strong influence now, but the specific historical ones would be. I'll have to give you select things that you would know.
Okay.
However, I will say that actually saying that you're kind of looking back through and doing like a mental check, going through the folders. Okay, what about this one? What about this one? No, I don't have evidence for that. No, I don't have evidence for that, but I mentioned it. No, this one. Oh, I do have evidence for this one. So I'll get with you in between sessions here, and we'll talk about the specifics for that. I guess what I'll ask is, would you share those in this moment? Once we have those set out, would you take this moment to share those? Because those are what I would say about this whole situation. Those things are your aces in the hole, like that. Those have been your insurance policy and the things that you know of that you've been keeping in your back pocket. So they are pretty important. So I guess that's up to you if you'd like to let them out now or hold those a little closer to the chest.
I guess I would maybe like just to get the point across, not reveal all of them, like all of the events that I would have like hard facts for or like proof of, but I would share like quick ones like, well, this and this happened, and then this led to this. Boom, here's this. So myriad of other things, whatever.
Okay, so what we'll do for the sake of this, I think, let me check one thing here.
Like not reveal all of my secrets yet, as far as no, but just enough for it to be like, oh fuck, okay, maybe he is onto something.
What I'll say is, for now, you one of the things you would have that is like a little less consequential, but more recent overall, something that might be at least in somebody's head if they know about the politics of the continent, something related to a position in Sanguine. And that is the elvish city of Sanguine, Syngorn, and in replacing a political figure in Sanguine. And she would kind of respond to that in a little bit of surprised way, like, okay, again, you have my attention. That's something I will follow up on for the sake of this conversation. I appreciate you letting me know. And if that lead turns out to be a good lead, then we can maybe have a further discussion. Varric, what was your history roll for Taldore? Muted, maybe? Did we lose you? Varric, you still with us? Okay, we'll move on then, and when you come back, we'll do that. Cool. Okay, so she's sitting here in the room. She says that. Anything else anybody wants to chat with honor?
I am at the refreshments table.
She will ask you guys, so you're all covered in blood. What's that about?
Tell me, blood mage.
The blood is quite interesting. I am a blood mage, and that's why I'm asking.
Well, you are a blood mage, so that's why I'm asking.
I see. A blood magic is not a divination magic. I cannot see the history of the blood as it is splattered across something. But you have copious amounts on it. Yeah, you do have copious amounts of it on you, meaning that something died, and given the reports coming out of the market district of the dead, there were 4 dead guards and 5 dead citizens of Amon. That's what you have to say about the blood on you might be an interesting answer.
The guy I was carrying wasn't dead.
Right. Ekamos, if I remember correctly.
That is correct, yes.
Good.
So I don't know if you were counting him in your death toll there, but go ahead and take one off if you were.
I wasn't, but information had made its way to the ears of the hall.
I don't know, Varric, you want to describe what we saw down there?
Well, it was a lot of things, a lot of creatures made of blood that attacked us. It was some real cultist shit down there. Oh, that's right. There was this like 11-foot figure who was trying to murder us. This naked woman with like purple hair and blood covered like all over her. It was a shit show.
Her face gets super, super serious.
Do you
And
know anything
she's-
about this blood mage?
She's after the description, she says, "Your description sounds very much like the bloody siren, Vesh. Is that who you are dealing with?"
Have we heard the name before?
I feel like Ekamos told you guys the name. I feel like probably so.
Okay. Then,
That's the voice that was talking to me.
yeah, that's her. Take
And
the
she
note.
leans forward and says, "If you'd like to be my sponsored party in the tournament, then please tell me everything that you know about Vesh, the bloody siren. And we will have a deal." And that is where we are going to end the session for the day.
We got a job.
All right. So, thanks to those watching or tuning into the VOD afterwards. We will be back in a couple weeks with more of our crew back. We might even have a feathered friend back soon. Not quite sure how soon that's going to be, but hopefully can get Rufus back in with the party as well, so that Bastion's Watch can get into this tournament and see how things go in Iman with Ekamos facing his past. But we will find out more in a couple weeks. See you then.